Joey Mack back on the OCCU pregame show. Ducks taking on Rutgers here on the road. Head coach Greg Schiano for the Scarlet Knights. His initial thoughts on this matchup today.
Getting ready for what amounts to a really, really good Oregon team. Been in the top 10 for 38 straight weeks. So I don't know if you have to say more than that, but I will. They're very talented, big. Probably the fastest team we've played in a while. Coach Lanning does a great job. He's very impressive. He and his staff, not only are they very talented, but they're very well coached. They do a lot. They present a lot of schematic issues, and they're very, very efficient in situational football. So my hat's off to them. They're doing a great job, top 15 in both scoring offense and defense. And then I think their special teams are very well coached. And in special teams, they do a lot. So they challenge you at every turn. They're very talented. But it's something that I know our whole program is excited about having the opportunity. It's great to get back home, be with our fans. We've already announced the sellout, which is exciting. A great challenge for us.
Scarlet Knights are back home, coming off a road trip to the Pacific Northwest where they lost to Washington. Greg Schiano's thoughts on where the program is after that loss.
I thought we played our most violent game of the year out there on Friday night. I thought our guys flew around. It was a violent, violent game. And that's what this is in the Big Ten. And we just need to keep building on that, do a better job getting them in better positions, and, let them play free. Let them go see what they can do. And that's what we're going to do Saturday night.
That's Greg Schiano talking about this matchup. Next up, head coach Dan Lanning, the Toyota Coaches Corner here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going, and Kenny Wheaton has joined the party. Whoa, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a dang green IPA from Hop Valley in the corner of the cooler. It's selected. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour. Dang green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hop Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
More Duck football comes your way in 60 seconds.
Are you kidding me? Touchdown!
On the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, and the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this way?
Welcome back to Coach's Corner. Jerry on with head coach Stan Lanning. Coach, last week, maybe a little adversity for the team this year. What was your message to this team coming into this work week?
Yeah, just get back to work, right? Let's grow, let's learn from it and attack, and they've done that.
I'm going to ask you about that. How have they responded? What's your week of practice been like?
It's been a good week of prep, man. A lot of great focus from our players and coaches as well, and I think they're ready to move forward.
For Dante Moore, he had some hits. He took some heat this last week in that pocket. How did he respond? And what's his message to the team?
Same as everyone else. Attack, man. He's done a good job under pressure, right, and learning from that moment.
We had Coach Manager and Big Bear on our show on Wednesday night, and the common theme of your coaches and your players this year have been the connection and the love and the family of this team. Not all staffs are like that. Where did you learn how important that aspect is with your staff?
You learn that from your players, right? You see it every day, and you realize that's an important piece of it. We all want to come to work, and we work really hard in this profession with each other. It's important that we enjoy the people we're working with.
It comes from the top. All right, let's talk about again this week. You got Rutgers. Now you've already had a long trip. What did your team learn from that first trip to Penn State?
One, we can handle it, right? It's just because the field's somewhere else doesn't mean we can't go play football to our level. So that's the plan this week.
As you get ready for Rutgers and the Scarlet Knights, have you worked around or worked with Coach Shiano before?
I've not been around and seen him. Have a lot of respect for what he does. You know, his program plays with a lot of discipline and aggressiveness. So it'll be a real good challenge for us.
They're a team that takes care of the football. They take the football away. What are some of the keys for your offense this week against their defense?
Yeah, we have to own it when we have it, and we have to attack it whenever we get the opportunity.
And their offense. What are you talking about your defense? What does their offense do?
Yeah, they do a good job of running the ball. They create explosive plays off that, and they have a really good intermediate passing game. Quarterback completes it well. It's got big wideouts outside that we have to do a good job challenging.
Looking for the next opportunity. It's right in front of us right now. Always say play well, and we'll catch you in the postgame afterwards.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jerry.
Dan Lanning on the Toyota Coaches Corner. Toyota, let's go places. The Scarlet Knights Marching Band is on the field. Our national anthem when we return to New Jersey here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
When life blindsides you with an injury, you need a team that's tough. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people. This season, we're proud to partner with Oregon Athletics. Because whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, we're both determined to do what it takes to win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Since 1894, the rivalry between Oregon and Oregon State has grown to a fever pitch. The 2025-26 rivalry series is in full force, and the action between the Ducks and the Beavers will be exciting. Year after year, the student athletes, coaches, and schools take great pride in being part of one of the longest rivalry series in the nation. The University of Oregon would like to thank Pacific Source Health Plans, Albertson Safeway, Toyota, and First Interstate Bank as being the proud partners of this year's rivalry series.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You know you make me wanna shout, take my heels up and shout, throw my hands up and shout, throw my hands back.
Back at Rutgers for the tail end of our national anthem. They went a little early here in Piscataway as the marching band is on the field with different white and red colored lights. And now a matchup between Oregon and Rutgers at the birthplace of college football. This has been the OCCU pregame show. And when we return, it's time for some football on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Ducks fans, with McDelivery from McDonald's, the only thing you'll be walking to is Autzen Stadium. Whether you're fueling up before the tailgate or coming home after the W, your favorites are just a tap away. Because it's always a good day for golden fries, crispy chicken sandwiches, and hearty breakfasts delivered right to your door. That's McDelivery from McDonald's, the official breakfast of Oregon Athletics. At participating McDonald's, most opt-into rewards. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Back to work. In life, sometimes you're going to get knocked down. And what is your response to that? We're all dogs, and we don't like losing. Are you going to stay there, or are you going to grow? See how you can get better from that. You got to grow from it, learn from it. No one loss doesn't define the season. Every one of our goals is still in front of us.
Throws it, got him wide open, touchdown, Gary Bryant Jr. Corey Moore with a catch. Are you kidding me? Got it wide open. Benson, touchdown, Oregon. Brings it down, it is intercepted. Oregon, big Ducks win.
Oregon. They recognize what's in front of them, and it's about improvement. It's about going to attack.
Rutgers.
Man, look where we're at. We all pray for moments like these, so why let it waste? So just come in here, have enjoy every single day.
This is Duck football.
Oh, what a rush. It is just never gets old.
Learfield and the Oregon Sports Network bring you live play-by-play coverage of Oregon Duck football. Today's game is brought to you by On Point Community Credit Union. People are the point. McDonald's, the official breakfast of University of Oregon Athletics. Have your McDonald's favorites delivered right to your door with McDelivery. By U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. By Toyota. Let's go places. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com. And by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. It's game time on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Now back to the Country Financial Broadcast booth and the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you and welcome back to New Jersey. Long way from home. And a really great college atmosphere here at Rutgers. Georgia, this is really well done. I mean, the band is from we got fireworks going off. The band is from the 10-yard line to the 10-yard line. They take up the whole field. They are shooting off fireworks. They have the lights that flash on and off like a switch. And it's a show here. It is a show. And the stadium seats 50,000 plus, and you feel right, like you're right on the field.
Yeah, we're close to the field, and we're just below the top deck. And everybody in here is close to the field. Has a great view. Part of the game, the Scarlet Knight on horseback just rode through on the stadium and into the tunnel. So they do a great job of setting it up. I almost feel like at times we're part of a disco dance, with the ball going around and the rotating lights and everything else. But at the same time, it's fun in here for a lot of people, and they got a reason to cheer. Rutgers, good football team. 3-3 on the season, but they've been right on the verge of being 5-1, just that close. They score points. They're very good on offense. They give up some points on defense, but that leads to some pretty exciting football when you're a fan.
And they've got a top 10 team coming into their place for homecoming. They called it a sellout. I don't think they're going to fill all the seats here as flames fly down and flash up on the field. They really, when they bring the team on, the music, somebody said they bring the team on, their walk-in song, walk-off song, if you will, is the theme from The Sopranos.
Yeah, Drew Maringer told us that on the coach's show.
I was right. Drew had told us that. So I don't know if they will or not. But Saturday Night Live, We heard that theme during the pregame warm-up. I mean, it is really just a great, it's almost like Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I agree. And to go with it, the weather is just perfect. I mean, it couldn't be any better. Today we thought we were going to get a partly cloudy day. It ended up just sunny as could be in the mid to upper 60s. And this evening is going to be a little chilly when the sun, in fact, it has gone down here. For those of you back in Oregon that still have sunshine in the sky, we don't here. But at the same time, it's just one of the they just do a really nice job here. I would want, if I was a fan in this area, I'd come watch football whether I was a Rutgers fan or not, because it's quality football and a quality place to watch.
Fun to watch. The view from down below. Dusty Hara is on our Toyota sideline with the Toyota mic. And Dusty, from down there, got to be almost like being at a concert, isn't it?
It is. It's just like being at a concert. The state that brought us Bruce Springsteen and John Bon Jovi and so many other musical artists, boy, they put on a show. And it is loud down here, the speakers at least. I do hear a lot of green and yellow being loud, though. A lot of Duck fans in attendance tonight.
Well, you can see them, too, primarily scarlet or red, if you will, in the stands, but a lot of green sprinkled around. It's going to be a fun atmosphere here tonight. And this is a football team that has scored, I think, on every drive they've had to start the ballgame. When they've had their first offensive series, they've scored. They've been either ahead or right there at halftime of every ballgame. So this is a first-half football team. If you let them hang around, this is the kind of a team at a homecoming with a top 10 team coming in that will believe that they can do it.
Haven't learned to finish yet. That's one thing that Rutgers has not done. And so you don't want to put them in a position where they're exactly where they've been all season long, and that is at least tied or in the lead at halftime, and then have a second half, because they haven't yet this year. So Oregon's going to have to play some really good quality football to start with, offensively and defensively, and it's going to be a real key here tonight. You can't get yourself into a 4th and 1 on the first drive of the game and have to go for it, and give the ball back to Rutgers and all of a sudden give easy points. And Oregon did that last week with Indiana, put Indiana in charge right off the bat. So Oregon needs to take charge in this game early and throughout the game.
Oregon just coming onto the field in their white uniforms with the white helmets and the black wings. We'll tell you about that right now. The captains are coming out for the flip of the coin. Number 75 is Emmanuel Pregnon. Number 18, Kenyon Sadiq. Number 54, Jerry Mixon. And Ife Obidegu is number 7. They're the captains, or co-captains, if you will, for tonight's ball game, meeting on the field and exchanging pleasantries with their counterparts, the Scarlet Knights. And then they'll back up, and the White Hat will step in, explain the rules of the flip of the coin. I could do that for them. I wonder. No, they're not going to give me a chance. Let's listen into the flip of the coin.
Head or tail? That's a tail. That's a head. Your choice is. Tails is called. Call the tail. Here, let it land. Tails is called. That's a head. Rutgers has won the toss. It will be first choice in the second half.
Well, Oregon's going to get, I think, what they wanted. They like their offense on the field. They like their defense too, Georgie, but I think they want a chance to maybe get back in rhythm offensively. They didn't do that last week.
Yeah, I think last week Indiana won the toss too, went on defense first. Their effort is to make that stop, make the stop against an offense that they know is great in Oregon, and then get the ball in their hands and see if they can score. And then they get the ball, Rutgers, to begin the second half. So it's going to be interesting to see how the middle six goes. But first off, this opening drive for Oregon.
All right, we'll kick it off when we come back to Rutgers University, Piscataway, New York, or New Jersey. Here we go. That's the first time I've said that. We landed in Newark, and I guess that's all part of this too, but we'll come back and kick it off. After this, let's do it on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Today, we're going to talk about deep breathing, something we all need to do more of, especially when you're getting ready to call your health plan and deal with one of those automated phone trees. You know how it feels to get into an endless phone loop when you just have a simple question that could take 2 minutes or less, and then pretty soon, you've lost your zen.
Shouldn't your health plan help you reduce stress? That's why you'll talk to a real person when you choose Pacific Source Health Plans.
Tranquility.
Welcome back as we look at the field. Oregon down to our right in white. The Scarlet Knights in white pants, scarlet or red jerseys and helmets. We'll get you a better definition of Oregon's uniforms from Dusty down below after the kickoff, and it's coming from Jack Scullion. And, of course, the Ducks have the guy they always do deep, Mr. Whittington. He'll let it go into the end zone and out of the back, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Dusty Harrod downstairs. Oregon's uniforms, mostly white.
Yeah, going with the Generation O version of the Stormtrooper look. The white marble helmets that they wore in the Oregon State rivalry game, but this time black wings, white jerseys with the iridescent green numbers, and white pants. Great look for the Ducks coming out of the gate.
It will be first down at the 25, and this initial drive, really important. Whittington's going to come way out to the left with Sadiq. Empty backfield, 5 receivers set. And now they'll shift, and Whittington will come back into the backfield. Benson and Moore lined up to the right with Sadiq tied in left. Handed off. Whittington's coming left, trying to get the edge. We'll get a little tripped up as he crosses the 27 of the 28-yard line. Jacoby Henderson, a quarterback, comes up to give him about 4 yards. It'll be second down at about 6.
Yeah, good play by Henderson to keep that one from being a 5, 6, 7-yard gain. He's just able to get to Whittington's foot and trip him up, and he stumbles for about 4 yards on first down.
This time Benson is left with Sadiq outside of him, and Moore to the right with Gary Bryant Jr. So twins each way, 2 on the left side, and the boundary side close to the formation. Shotgun from Dante. Snap, turn, hand it off again. Nothing. Stuffed in the backfield. Well, we saw a lot of that last week. Bradley Weaver got into the backfield unblocked, and just after Whittington got the handoff, he took him down.
Yeah, and Sanders, the safety, was coming on a late blitz in the exact same spot. So Oregon on that play not only misses the block up front, but they were running the play right into the blitz.
Third down and 11, almost 12 from their own 23-yard line. The Ducks on third and long. Dante Moore. Sadiq tight left in. 3 receivers strung out to the right. Whittington to the backfield. Back to throw. Swing the screen pass out. Caught. Pretty good one, too. Going to get him close. Ball popped up into the air, and it is intercepted or off the bounce. And I'm not sure if it was off the ground or in the air, but that's a turnover right away.
Big play by Rutgers. That ball got jabbed out or struck out somehow while he's running the ball, and it goes straight up in the air, and it becomes basically a fumble that looked like an interception because that ball was up in the air. So big hit by Rutgers. Great job by their defense, and excellent field position for the Scarlet Knights to open the game.
Oh, I got to watch. Yeah, this got flipped up into the air. That is a fumble. It was knocked out by Jet Elad. Jordan Walker got on it, and there's a first major issue early. Is that Oregon? That's first fumble loss for the season for Oregon. Here is Ethan Kalamianis from the shotgun. 2 receivers out to the right. Going to go left side. Ball up in the air, almost picked. I'll tell you what, that ball had a chance. If he got a hand on it, if he could have brought it down, it would have been a great pick.
Yeah, Kalamianis threw that ball in that kind of a jump ball to his big wide receivers out there. But it was almost a one-handed interception out there by Iffy.
Ethan Kalamianis is big, 6'3", 212, but he's got bigger receivers. KJ Duff is 6'6", Ian Strong 6'3", with big tight end Kenny Fletcher Jr. Here's 2 receivers out to the right on second down at 10 at the 33-yard line. That's where the fumble recovery occurred. And the Scarlet Knights back to throw. Throws it right, way incomplete. Not even anywhere near It's not a good pass, I don't think, to KJ Duff. Duff made his break, and I don't think Kelly McManus really knew where he was.
Yeah, Kelly McManus tried to really miss that ball to the outside, hoping that Duff could get there, but it was so far outside, no chance.
Quick playoff tempo, want to go deep, way downfield. Kind of a battle for the ball. It is incomplete. Wow, almost catch by Duff. KJ Duff almost had that ball. Good defense from Brandon Finney Jr. Stayed right with him, but I didn't know if he got his hand in there or if he just dropped the ball.
Looked like he got his hand in there to bat that one away. Dusty throwing jump balls to the big wide receivers early.
Jump ball is part of the Rutgers passing game. They're not afraid to use their big body receivers, go up and throw the high point. And what we saw on that second pass attempt was exactly what Indiana was trying to do against Oregon all day. Run a quick 10-yard timing out. That time, the Ducks were in great position.
He had a chance to catch that ball. Jai Patter, 23 of 25, and Pats is 7-11 in field goals. This one is a low-line drive that is going to get through. 38-yard, making a 48-yard field goal. 3-0. That quick off the turnover. First fumble of the year for Oregon that they have lost, and it's into 3 points, and that is what Rutgers does. They take advantage early. They score early. You can't play catch up with these guys. You want to stay right with them. Oregon will get their second chance when we come back. 3-0. They haven't even played 5 minutes in the first quarter of this football game, and the Ducks are looking uphill. They'll get a chance when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
You'll get more than you expect with McValue at McDonald's. So when you've spent too much on a night out, get deals on the after party. When you've got date night, get deals on favorites that'll make you their favorite. And when you've got family for the weekend, we've got breakfast.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with sausage McGriddles and other breakfast favorites. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me,
baby. Welcome back to Rutgers University. 3-0 Rutgers with the early score off the turnover. The first fumble that Oregon has lost this year. Duck football brought to you by DirecTV, a proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Stream the Oregon Ducks satellite free on DirecTV. Visit DirecTV.com today to learn more. Well, the fumble by Gary Bryant, I mean, it was a hit.
It was. Jet Elad, the leading tackler for Rutgers, came in and looked like he just put the helmet right on the ball, and it went straight up in the air. Rutgers ends up with it, but Oregon's defense does a nice job coming on the field. On the Toyota drive summary for Rutgers, 4 plays, no yards on that drive. 17 seconds is what it took. 3 pass plays that were basically jump balls. Oregon causes 3 incompletions. And so Jai Patel kicks a 51-yard field goal. And with, looks like here, I can see that over there on that bright scoreboard, 13-18 left in the first quarter. Rutgers takes a lead, 3-0. Drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
They have 4 turnovers, 8 turnovers, now 9. They've only gotten 3 of those 9. They have 9 sacks. This is the defense that makes things happen.
Well, what's tough is that's 3 turnovers on Oregon's last 3 offensive possessions if you go back to last game.
My gosh. So here's the kickoff from Jack Scully. And the field, by the way, is laid out north-south. As the kick comes deep, and it's going to go in the back of the end zone. So we are basically facing east, north goal to our left, south goal to our right, west behind us. So you get a look at the field as we view it. We're looking east from the west side. Oregon's sideline is right below us, and there are a lot of Duck fans here. Oh my gosh, great representation again. Cheerleaders are here. The Oregon Duck is here. Give you a flair for a little maybe Oregon football when that Ducks do something well, you're going to hear the noise. One wide out left, now two as Whittington goes and empties the backfield, trips right for Dante Moore, and they'll go empty backfield with a snap back to throw. Todd swings it out to Whittington, makes the catch, tried to spin inside but didn't get anywhere. He'll get almost 5 yards. Really solid tackling. That's one thing that I think Rutgers has done very well this season. That was Jacoby Henderson. Whittington tried that catch and spin move inside, and Henderson said, nope, it was right there. Pick up a 4, almost 5. It'll be second down near 6. Got to get it to the 35. 3 receivers tight to the left side. Quick snap. Give it to Whittington up the middle. Finds a little room and gets about 3. They go across the 31 to the 32-yard line. Up off the bottom of the pile, big number 96, Keyshawn Griffin is 6'4", 301, a senior nose tackle.
Tough grind on the inside. Looked like Whittington was going to maybe pop out the backside of that pile for a second, but Rutgers keeps that to a short game, brings up a third down here for Oregon.
Third down and 3 from their own 32. Ducks have been good, 45%. Rutgers has allowed 39%. Way out to the right to Corian Moore. Sadiq tied in left. Under center, 2 backs. Dante, back split. Motion man, Benson to the right. Pitch it back going left. Whittington with the block up front. Gets a first down and more. Down the sideline. 50. A block to the 40. Other way 30. Down the sideline. Speed to the 20. 10. Can he go? All the way! No, Whittington. Down the sideline. Tight roping, but he got a great block back at about midfield that sprung him. And the Ducks answer right away.
Got to the outside, and that's where it was over. Rutgers allowed Noah Whittington to get to the corner. Once he got to the corner, it was up the sideline. Looked like he was going to cut back inside, and the best move he made was to stay the course and go right down the sideline for the touchdown.
For Noah Whittington, his 3rd touchdown this year. And Oregon showing the spread to go for 2, but close it back up, and will attempt the extra point kick. Sappington to try to make it a 7-3 ball game. We still barely played 5 minutes. There's the extra point kick up and good. So 11:52 left here in the first quarter. A lot of offense. Well, on one drive. Oregon fumbled on their first attempt, got nothing. Scarlet Knights couldn't get a first down, had to go to the field goal. But Oregon, when they got their second opportunity on third down, about 3, took it to the house with Whittington. And great blocking down the left-hand side. We're going to have Dusty, and we come back and find out if we know who that was that led him down the sideline. 7-3 Oregon with the lead here in the first quarter on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Your burger is served.
Thank you.
And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile.
Now that is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Oregon.
Pressure, backing up, throws a little short pass.
Rutgers.
It's intercepted. Ball goes back to Oregon.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
7-3 Oregon strikes quickly before we go to Georgie in the play drive. Let's go down to Dusty Hare, Toyota sideline Mike, and the key block, huh?
A young man who just keeps impressing. Jordan Davison, the true freshman, as they went and they shifted into an offset I formation. It was setting up for that counter play that we've seen from Oregon before. But right there, Jordan Davison became the lead blocker. And my goodness, for a true freshman to block in space the way that he did in spring Noah Whittington, phenomenal effort leading to a touchdown.
Georgie, kind of a Quick drive, huh?
Oh, nice answer, too, which is exactly what Oregon needed. Toyota drive summaries, 3 plays, 75 yards in a $126. The key block by Davison on the outside. Whittington goes 68 yards for the touchdown. Sappington with the extra point, and with 11:52 left here in the first quarter, Oregon leads Rutgers 7-3.
Ben Black, number 2, is deep down on the goal line down to our left. And Sappington tees it up, gets his foot into it. This one's going to go high and deep, and will come out to the 25-yard line. Today's game brought to you by Pacific Source, with health coverage for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligible. Pacific Source, the local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. So, second series for the Scarlet Knights. They'll send a big receiver out to the right. That is KJ Duff. He's 6'6", 225. Leading receiver with 33 catches coming in is Ian Strong with 36. So 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Kelly McManus up to the line to make the play change. Running back to his right is Raymond. Snap and hand it off. Raymond's going to get hit, buried, lost yardage. Right away in the backfield. That's one of those beat your block right away. And Barry Alexander, who we had on the show, on a Wednesday night coaches show, great.
He's been playing some good football.
Oh,
Jerry.
he really is.
Really has. All season long, it just gets better. You can just see his confidence growing out there.
2 receivers out to the right again. Way outside is KJ Duff. Strong inside of him. 1 receiver left. Kelly McManus ready from that shotgun at 2nd and 11. Snapping back to throw. Pressure comes, gets the pass away. It's tipped and incomplete. For just a moment, I thought we might see Tatum Tuioti reach out and grab that ball out of the air. Ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage.
I love it when when Oregon's defensive line does that. When you know you're not going to get there and the ball is going to come out of the quarterback's hands, get your hand up. That batted ball can turn into an interception really quickly.
Amari Washington got the tip. Here's Ben Black out to the right with Sheffield and Duff. 3 receivers out there, 1 to the left. On 3rd down and 11. Mazzone 25. Well, actually 24, back to throw again. Over the middle, throws it. It is caught. It'll be short of the first down. D.T. Sheffield, a 5'10", 175-pound junior. 26 catches coming in, made the catch, but way short of the first down.
Yeah, Kennedy with really good coverage there, number 22. That crossing pattern, he was Johnny on the spot. And so when Kalakmanis had to go ahead and just drop that ball inside, had nobody open downfield, Kennedy was there to make the play.
4th down and 4 from the 31. And Gary Bryant Jr. deep. Here's the rugby style. If he kicks it, he does. I've seen that before. We'll talk about that. Fair catch called for, taken back at the 11-yard line. Well, Jacob Anderson is exactly the same kind of punter that James Ferguson Reynolds is. That Australian-style run to the side, and then can I run it and get a first down, or on the run, can I kick it? Perfect.
Great punt.
Yeah, perfect execution. Down to the 13 of Oregon, where Oregon will get it for the second time. Basically, I beg your pardon, 3rd time in the ballgame. Leading 7-3 with 10:30 left here in the first quarter. In New Jersey, clear on the other side of the country. We're back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey there. You hear that? Right. You don't. That's what it's like to order food for your workplace with EasyCater. No hold music while you wait to place your order. No tapping as you type in special dietary instructions or long, complicated searches for options in your budget. No crinkling of paper receipts. Just...
Dang, these are some tasty sandwiches.
EasyCater, the better way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
And the Ad Council. When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone or just taking a deep, calming breath to ground yourself. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart left my heart.
Welcome back to Piscataway, New Jersey, just outside of Newark, where we landed before we came to the hotel, and then a short drive to the stadium earlier today. Oregon with a 7-3 lead. Duck football brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
How far are we from New York City?
40 minutes probably.
Okay.
Yeah, depends on the on the traffic, but not that far away. Hour and a half, yeah. With traffic, definitely. Now, as the crow flies, but I don't know if crows want to fly. There's a lot of air traffic up here, so crows may be in danger. 7-3 Oregon.
That's the truth.
Noah Woodington already rushing to the game with 70 yards. Of course, that 68-yarder for the touchdown will beef your average up a little bit. But he showed us some speed and used his blocking down that sideline. And for just a moment, I thought one of the safeties was actually going to catch him from behind, but he ran away.
And you look at Noah Whittington, and he's not carried the ball a lot this season. I mean, he's only got 26 carries coming into the game, and that's not a lot of touches. So he might be touching the ball a little bit more here tonight, and obviously that touch was a big one.
Fresh legs. Oregon's got those, and Hill, Hughes, Davison, and Woodington. Harris, Lamar not available tonight. Ducks to go with one wide out each way. Tight end both left and right, so two tight end set. And Dante Moore, Woodington to the backfield, will get the ball again. Goes left, gets through in a hurry, gets a quick 4 yards. They'll go to the 18-yard line.
Well, you run hard like that. Those 4-yard runs, when you run hard like that, turn into 40s real quick.
Give him 5. He'll get it out across the 17 to the 18-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Will it stay that way? Nope. Whittington's going to jump into the backfield and set up to the right of Dante. Receivers all tight with the exception of one out to the left. That may be more. Dante with a snap. Hand it off again. Busts up the middle, lowers his head. Not going to get much this time. Across the 20. It's going to bring up third down at about 3. Ran into a big pile. And up Jordan Walker, 19 tackles coming in. He's one of the defensive ends, but already he's played in 2 big plays tonight.
Yeah, he sure has. And Oregon right now at least stayed in front of the chains to give themselves third and short situations. A lot you can do right here. Short pass, long pass, run the ball. A lot of things Rutgers going to have to defend.
Both tight ends to the right. One of those, the H-back, is Sadiq in motion out to the right, rolling right to throw. Still moving, throws, and catch made. Nice play as he's going out of bounds. McClellan. Well thrown by Dante Moore on the run. First down across the 35-yard line.
That's not the easiest throw to be right on the money on the run. And yet it was to McClellan on the sideline. Makes a nice catch and gets the foot down.
2 receivers come left, 2 right. Dante, quick snap, back to throw again. Way out left. This one's going to be way out of bounds. Tried to get it out to Vicorian Moore.
Boy, I like the matchup out there. Like the matchup on the outside with Masco on Decorium Moore. That ball just thrown a little bit high. I think he wanted to keep that ball low and outside. He's had him open if he keeps it low and outside, but that ball just sailed on him a little bit.
Second down and 10 back at the 36-yard line of Oregon. 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left. Shotgun. Now Sadiq motions back, sets up as an H-back. Here's a handoff, and Whittington almost gets through. He's going to get a very short gain. It's going to be third down and long.
A lot of havoc up front right now. Rutgers trying to do somewhat, it looks like to me, what Indiana tried to do. Create confusion, moving people in and out. Then as an offensive line, you get a pre-snap look, and then when the ball is snapped, it's a completely different look. It's really tough to adjust to plays like that when you're an offense. But when you pop plays, they're big ones.
Keyshawn Griffin, a tackle. Cooper Perry with 2 other receivers. Little bunch group out to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Third down and 10, basically. Sadiq splits way out to the right or left now. Back to throw. Dante, good protection. Steps, throws, got him. Sadiq catch over the 45 of Rutgers down to the 40-yard line. And he had time, and that's the big key right there. Dusty Hare downstairs, our Toyota Mike.
Jordan Davison, we talked about him as a short yardage back right there. Pass pro blitz coming off the edge late, picked it up, created the time for more.
Tempo offense, Oregon. They want to go back and throw again. Here's the screen. Cooper Perry with a gap. Goes left side, goes out of bounds just in front of the Oregon base for a short 3-yard gain. And it will be second down at about 7.
But getting Kenyon Sadiq involved, that's what you did on that previous play. You mentioned it, Jerry, though. That was perfect timing, what you said, and that is the time that Dante Moore had to throw was really the key.
In the game, backfield, Davison sets up to the right. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 alone to the left. Sadiq comes in motion back, sets up as an H-back, and back. The throw, pump fake. Wants the little middle screen. Pretty good one caught by Sadiq, but doesn't get as much as I thought he might get. He's going to get about 7, and it's going to be third down at about 3. And that was a fake screen right and a tunnel screen over the middle.
Yeah, fake screen outside and back to the inside. I couldn't tell if that ball got tipped. It just seemed like the ball, when it arrived at Kenyon Sadiq's hands, wasn't coming on a line, but actually he kind of double clutched it and put it in there.
Third down and 3 from the 33 of Rutgers. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Empty backfield for Dante. Now says Davison. Come back. Nope. Going to set up as a receiver. Going to be a quarterback goal left side. First down, 30. Inside of the 20. Still on his feet. Trips up at the 12-yard line. A penalty flag comes in late. Most likely against Oregon. But we'll wait and see. Dusty Hare, that was right down in front of you.
Well, about where that flag was thrown is where Kenyon Sadiq was blocking downfield. So we'll get a chance here on the replay to be able to see if he was grabbing on. Well, I'll tell you what, you get those hands to the inside, bury somebody like that. Sometimes the official will go, nice block, and others will say, he had to be holding to block it like that. So I thought Sadiq did a nice job on that play, but the flag came from almost the end zone on that play.
They're still looking down below.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty still results. The first down.
So they get the first down anyway, but it'll come back. Dusty Hare down kind of in front of you. What happened there?
Yeah, Kenyon Sadiq, and that's one of those situations where as a wide receiver, you hold your block, but comes a point where if you're blocking too well on the perimeter, they're probably going to call you for a hold. And right there, Kenyon Sadiq finished the block and down the field. It was thrown when Dante Moore was about at the 10-yard line where he ended up stumbling and falling is when they threw the flag. A little late, but he finished that block too hard.
Yeah, I agree with that. Moore comes left. Benson goes out to the right. Sadiq in that tight end H-back spot to the right now splits out. And Dante back to throw off little play action. Wants to go deep. Down the middle is got it. Diving catch, Sadiq. Touchdown, Oregon. Perfect throw. Great stretch, reach, grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
What a catch by Sadiq. That ball was thrown on a line, and he had to stretch out, put those big old paws on that ball, and haul it in right at the goal line going down for the touchdown. What a catch by Sadiq, and a nice throw by Dante Moore, but even a better catch by Sadiq.
13-3 with the extra point try coming up from Sappington. And Oregon's offense putting on a little bit of a show here early in the first quarter with 6:25 remaining. And trying to make it a 14-3 ball game. They were looking to see if Sadiq actually caught that ball and didn't maybe not control it as he went to the ground, but they said, nope, he did. Oh, that's a great catch. And Oregon will split out to go for 2. Rutgers trying to recover. Ducks play action. Nope. What do we do? Everybody's moving. Under center, Sadiq carries it into the end zone. No, it's not Sadiq. It's Saliapaga. Saliapaga. And now flag. And then Oregon had people moving all over the place, but they got set. So were they all on the line of scrimmage? Was there too many people in the backfield? The officials talking about it.
What are we doing? Don't take over the game.
Yeah, they call it illegal procedure. And then offsides. So offset penalty. So offsides against Rutgers and procedure penalty against Oregon. Offset, so they'll replay the extra point from the same spot. Dusty, what will have down there?
So they weren't saying that Oregon wasn't set. They said that when they had an offset offensive line over on the numbers on the near side of the field. They said that the tackle and the guard were too far back, so they weren't technically on the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
That's where the flag came from.
Here's the extra point kick now, and up and good inside the right upright. And that'll make it a 14-3 score. We've seen a lot of football here. We're not even at the end of the first quarter. 6:25 remaining. Oregon 14, Rutgers 3. Back with more Oregon football on the Oregon Sports Network from their field.
Whether you're cleaning up to host a backyard game day party or just powering through your fall projects, you can count on the performance of Steel. From blowers to chainsaws, Steel tools are built to go the distance. With legendary quality and real dealer support, you'll find the right tool and the right team for every job. Steel, proud supporter of your Oregon Ducks.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Shout a little bit louder now. 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 Shout a little bit louder now.
And Dante back to throw off little play action. Wants to go deep. Down the middle is got it. Diving catch, Sadiq. Touchdown, Oregon. Perfect throw. Great stretch, reach, grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
What a catch by Sadiq. That ball was thrown on a line, and he had to stretch out, put those big old paws on that ball, and haul it in right at the goal line going down for the touchdown.
Well, those are ESPN type of plays right there for that touchdown. Duck football brought to you by Safeway, the official grocery partner of your Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway to play the Score Big sweepstakes. Enter for a chance to win great prizes, duck gear, or season tickets.
Well, back-to-back touchdown drives for Oregon. The front lot, that first one, 3 plays, 75 yards to get on the board with the 68-yard touchdown run by Noah Whittington. This Toyota drive summary for Oregon, 10 plays, 87 yards in 4:05. Kenyon Sadiq, great 30-yard touchdown catch from Dante Moore, and the Sappington extra point after Oregon had converted the 2-point conversion, but they called offsetting penalties, so Oregon went ahead and kicked it, and Oregon scores the touchdown with 6:25 left here in the first quarter. Oregon 14, Rutgers 3.
Deep is Black at about his own goal line. This kick's going to go high and deep and will not be returned, so out automatically to the 25-yard line. Well, Oregon's offense this year up until last week was kind of a quick strike, explosion play type of offense. So last week, Indiana shut that down. But what we're seeing so far tonight, Georgie, is what Oregon is capable of on a regular basis.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job. First couple of drives in this game, defensively, too, doing a very nice job, holding Rutgers to a field goal after the initial drive in which Oregon turned it over, and then the last time keeping Rutgers in their own end of the field, not letting them out.
Ethan Kaliakmanis from the shotgun, go over 2 receivers right. Big guy is Duff. He's out alone to the left, snapping back to throw. Quick throw out, catch made, then out of bounds. And that's Kenny Fletcher, who's the tight end. Fletcher, the tight end, is not overly big for a tight end height-wise, 6'3", but 252. So if he gets ahead of steam going, a little difficult to bring down.
Yeah, Oregon coming with a late inside blitz from Kennedy, but Kaliakmanis looking to the other side of the field to his tight end.
Trips right for Kaliakmanis. And tight end left. Fletcher again from that shotgun on 2nd and 4. Turn, hand it off. Right up the middle, close, and will get the first down if they give him the stretch. Raymond. And, yeah, he just got to the 35. That's all he needs. Got wrapped up at about the 33, was able to fall forward to the 35. First down. First down of the ball game for the Scarlet Knights. Bear Alexander comes into the game. Will be in the middle of that Oregon defense. Hard to miss that dude when he comes in. First down. Kaliakmanis. Shotgun takes a long time. Got to put that ball into the gut, brings it back out, wants to throw. Pressure comes, though. Going to try to get away from it. He'll get the ball out of bounds. It was out of the pocket, so it won't be a grounding call, but it was near. Ife Obadiga, who was not in the game, made the play.
Was able to escape Kalakmanis, be able to get away from the pressure. Jerry Mixon came up and actually delivered the blow when he let go of that, but Oregon almost gets the sack from Uyunglele.
Second down and 10, 35-yard line of the Scarlet Knights. Their own. Trips right, one receiver alone to the left or shallow side of the field. And Kelly McManus is long count. They don't go quick. Long count. Finally with a snap back to throw. Throws. Catch made. Short of the first down, but nice throw and nice catch. It's going to go to Sheffield. DJ Sheffield is 5'10", 175. Just kind of gets lost on that little end.
Yeah, nice throw, nice catch in a crowd. Frankly, Oregon had a lot of defensive players and not bad coverage here, frankly, from Kennedy. But he was able to squeeze that ball in, brings up 3rd and 2 for Rutgers.
Oregon up 14-3 with 4:38 remaining here in this first quarter. And from that shotgun, 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Backfield is Antoine Raymond. Bushaman goes all the way left. Give it to Raymond. Up the middle. He will get the first down and a little bit more. All the way across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Takes Dylan Thiedemann to come up and put the stop on.
And that's exactly what you want Rutgers to do. And yet they got great offensive line push on that play. And I think that's something that Oregon's defense could be a little disappointed with on that particular play is you get them to a 3rd and 2 and they hand the ball off. That's exactly what you want Rutgers doing, and yet they power for the first down.
Kelly McManus takes a long time to make the play. The snap. He stands, looks at the defense, and waits and waits and waits. Looking everybody over. Likes what he sees. Still waiting. Now got the snap. Straight drop to throw. Steps up. Ball came out, but his offensive lineman fell on it. When he put the ball back to throw it, it just slipped right out of his hand.
Boy, what an opportunity there for the Oregon defense to get on that ball. But it kind of popped out to the outside where Oregon's defensive lineman, frankly, had put such a great rush on. There was nobody to the outside to be able to jump on it.
Kobena Asamoah, one who got on the ball.
Actually, I think, Tuioti knocked that out of his hand. It looked like it slipped, but I think Tuioti knocked it out of his hand.
Oh, is that right? Okay, Tuioti got to him. A loss all the way back to the 40, so it's 2nd down and 17. 2nd and 17. Scarlet Knights from their own 40. Alec Mattis, shotgun, turn, hand it off again, up the middle, a little bit of running room, spin it away from the first tackle, then game tackle across the 40, pushed all the way to the 50. How about that leg drive? And then your offensive line pushes you all the way to the 50-yard line.
Way too much.
3rd down and reasonable, yeah.
Just way too much. You're already giving him, he's already got 5 or 6 yards, and then all of a sudden the scrum pile just keeps getting pushed forward. You just can't be giving up that much yardage.
Scrum gave him 5 more yards. 3rd down and 7 from the 50. Midfield, right hash. Trips out to the left. Oregon shows blitz. See if they come or back off. Kelly McManus looking in. Now time called. Yep. Scarlet Knights on the sideline. I don't know if Shiano saw something he didn't like. I'll tell you what, Kelly McManus takes forever to get the snap on. He really surveys the defense, and it doesn't really give himself time to change any kind of a call, but he just looks and looks and looks before he gets the snap.
Hey, Dusty down there, can you check? Can you see if he's doing almost like a check with me when he comes to the line of scrimmage? It looks like he's looking to the sideline for it.
He looks over to the sidelines, and they've got guys in every color of the rainbow signaling in all the plays. And he'll look over to the sideline to check to see if they want to change it or keep the play the same. And right there, they couldn't make up their mind until the play clock was down to 2, and that's when Greg Schiano decided to call for a timeout.
Yeah, so as much, Jerry, as it feels like he's maybe surveying the defense and see what they're given, he's surveying his sideline to see what they see from the press box to signal down to be able to give to him to change.
I would not be surprised if they get a delay of game or have to use another timeout. They just take so much time to decide what they want to do. Still 3rd down and 7. 14-3 Oregon with a lead, 2:10 left here in this first quarter. Galiabanis, shotgun. To his right, Antoine Raymond. One receiver out to the right, that's Sheffield. 3 others split way out to the left. On third and long. L.A. McMahon is back to throw. Sets, dumps a short pass over the middle, make a tackle, and you stop him, and it's going to be close. Maybe just short as Ian Strong made the catch, just drifted over the middle, and then almost was able to run for the first down.
And you had a shot at him 4 or 5 yards from that first down marker. Oregon came up, but just again, the speed of Strong going across the field, it looked like Oregon had a play and just a bad angle on it.
Fourth down at a yard at the Duck 44. They will go for it. Running back, Raymond. To his right. Snap, turn, hand it off to him. First down and more. Inside the Duck 40-yard line, about the 38. Scarlet Knights now running the ball well against Oregon. Brandon Finney Jr. has to come up for the corner spot to make the tackle.
And generally when you can run it, you can throw it. And right now what Rutgers is doing is keeping the ball away from Oregon's offense, who on this last 2 drives scored touchdowns. This is the quickest way to keep Oregon's offense off, is just do some things yourself offensively. And if you could do it on the ground, it begins to wear our defense down.
Callie McManus is really doing a good job on either the play fake or putting the ball in and holding it. Pretty good quarterback so far. First down, back to throw. Has time, pumps, now throws the ball into the air, backed up, and it is intercepted. Oregon came down with the ball, the batted ball, and the Ducks have it. At the 35-yard line, their own 35, and a flag comes in as the scrum on the field. So somebody's going to get some yardage. Oregon will have the ball. It was a post-possession penalty. Blake Purchase came down with the ball that was batted up into the air for the interception. Dusty Hara, little extracurricular activity down in there?
Yeah,
go ahead, Dusty.
It's one of those things where I think a little frustration on Rutgers' side, but we'll see who they saw, the first or the second.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Tion.
Number 50, 15-yard penalty again, first down.
Yeah, Tion Gray doing a little bit of shoving in there. And again, Dusty said it, you could have called it on 2 guys very easily, but they got Tion Gray on that, so 15 yards against Oregon after the interception.
41 seconds remaining, first quarter, 14-3 Oregon. So the penalty takes the ball back from the Duck 40, about the 46-yard line or 36-yard line. Going to go back inside of the Duck 35, 30, 29, 26-yard line.
I got to tell you, it's some pretty ticky-tacky calls so far, and they've all gone against Oregon. The holding penalty on Sadiq, and then the illegal formation on a 2-point conversion, and then that one right there, you could have thrown offsetting. Instead, you threw it against Oregon.
Oregon, 2 receivers tied left, tight ends. And from the shotgun turn and one play action throw. Rolling right, throw downfield, got it. And Gary Bryant Jr. with a big catch and hit across the 42 to about the 43-yard line. Give him the 45, big first down.
Nice throw by Dante Moore, being chased on the play. And just was patient enough to let Gary Bryant clear the coverage, get to the outside of it, and then put that ball like a flick. He just flicks that ball down the field right to Gary Bryant on time.
By the way, Amari Washington, again, with the knockdown of that ball or flipped it up into the air that allowed Blake Purchase to make that interception. So when his hand hit his helmet, he jumped so high in his helmet. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter here at Rutgers. Well, the weather feels like home. I mean, I don't feel like we're on the other side of the United States. It just feels like this is a home football game. Right now, the Oregon fans making all the noise. They lead it. Ducks do 14-3 after 1 quarter here in Piscataway, New Jersey. Just out of Newark, not that far from New York City on the East Coast. 3 time zones. But feeling right at home so far here at the home of the Scarlet Knights. Your Ducks on top 14-3. Quarter 2 coming up after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, What's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Rutgers University. The Scarlet Knights cheerleaders down on the field performing a Michael Jackson Thriller routine. They had a big white X with spotlights down on the center of the field, and one corner of it looked like a bright white spotlight on Oregon's team. They were huddled up. But Oregon's uniforms are bright white, and the X made them look like they were being spotlighted in this routine, but they were not. Well, first quarter stats. All Oregon, 203 yards to 43 for Rutgers. And the Ducks obviously with a 14-3 lead. Rusty Hare down the sideline. Got to be pleased with what you're seeing from Oregon's offense, kind of back in the rhythm.
Yeah, I think outside of that fumble early on the opening drive where Gary Bryant Jr. just had the ball tight to his body, but a helmet got put right on the ball and jostled it loose. Outside of that, I don't think you can ask for a better start in response coming off a loss than what you've seen from this Oregon offense and the defense too, creating opportunities and getting the ball back for your offense. Something that Rutgers doesn't do. They do not turn the ball over very often. So that's a feather in the cap for this Duck defense early.
Rutgers defense lines up over the ball 4 or 5 deep, and then after Oregon breaks out, they fall into position. So let's go. First down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Snap, and with the ball was a direct snap of Wildcat Davison. Downfield across for the first down to the 39-yard. Was that a flip to Davison?
No, Wildcat.
Direct snap of Wildcat to Davison.
Swinging gate.
Oregon going with a swinging gate. They're going all kinds of offense here.
And too bad the official slows it down.
First down at the 42-yard line. That swinging gate. Most of the offensive line off to the left. Be a direct snap. And pitch it to around the right side, Benson. Benson's got room 30. Outside of the 30, probably the 23-yard line and out of bounds. Thought he was going to cut back in.
I did too. He had an opportunity to. And Oregon going lightning speed right now with their offense.
Chasing him down, Salam. If he doesn't, it's a score. Back to the traditional offense. Dante hands the ball off. Here's the flea flicker. Dante with the ball down the right side, wide open. Sadiq dives up into the air. Leaping catch for the touchdown, Oregon.
And another great catch by Sadiq, and he might have landed on the ball down there. But again, it was one of those ones where I think that Dante probably made that a tougher catch than it needed to be. He was so wide open, but he still went up and stabbed that thing right out of the air.
Stop for player injury from number 18 of Oregon.
What a catch by Sadiq. Nice throw by Dante Moore, but a great catch, his second great catch of the game by Kenyon Sadiq.
Extra point kick coming up, a 20-3 score. And Sadiq comes out of the ball game limping, but that's a tough kid. Not going to keep him out very long. Extra point kick coming up. And up. And that is Hurek, Gage Hurek, who boots that one up and through, and it's a 21-3 Oregon lead. So the Ducks putting on an offensive show here through pretty much the first quarter and less than a minute of the second quarter here at Rutgers University. 21-3. The Ducks on top. And right now, this is not the script that Rutgers is used to playing. They have, up until this point of the season, been in every game up to halftime. Now, there's still a lot of the second quarter to go, but right now their offense, they've been able to run the ball a little bit, guys. Dusty, Oregon not doing what most teams have done against Rutgers, and that's letting them score.
No, and they've come out with purpose offensively, especially. We've seen the ease with which they're moving the ball. And look, one thing that halts any sort of simulated pressure, and Jorgie mentioned this earlier, that Rutgers was given a lot of that simulated pressure that Indiana was doing, and Oregon had success when they were running an up-tempo offense against that simulated pressure. Doesn't give the defense enough time to play a lot of games, and we saw a ton of tempo on that last drive and how quickly the offense could move down the field.
Kickoff coming. Urick will do the booting. And Black is deep at his own goal line. Ball in the air, very, very high. Returnable, though. Black calls fair catch at the 6-yard line. Well, Kenyon Sadiq, when he came down, we thought he might have come down to the ball. I think he came down on his hip.
Yeah, he was kind of limping when he came over the sideline. Well, let me get you the Toyota drive summary. 4 plays, 79 yards for the Ducks. 21-yard touchdown catch by Kenyon Sadiq from, another dart from Dante Moore. A lot of different looks, a lot of different eye candy, tempo on that play. And the last play, a completion into the end zone for a touchdown. Right now, Dante Moore, 10 of 11, 155 yards and 2 touchdowns.
And for those of you who are listening, I keep calling Sadiq Kenyon. I know for those of you who know him, it's Kenyon. And he scored 2 touchdowns. You got to get his name just right. He deserves that. Here's first down from their own 25-yard line. Yeah. Here's the handoff. Nothing there. Stuffed is Raymond. Antoine Raymond got the handoff from Kaliamanis, and it was just stuffed. Tuioti along with Dixon.
Now, one thing that Rutgers has had a difficult time with is getting themselves in second and third makeable type of situations on a consistent basis. Oregon's been putting them in a very difficult position offensively, and Kaliakmanis having to overcome 2nd and 10 here, 2nd and 12.
Ian Strong comes alone to the left. Duff and Sheffield go to the right. Little H back to the right-hand side. Fletcher, the tight end. Here's a direct snap to throw. Sling it downfield. It's caught. Nice catch. Perfectly thrown ball inside to KJ Duff. He's 6'6", 225. He had inside position.
Yeah, he was able to get inside very quickly on that one. Theron Johnson on the outside got that inside position. Kaliakmanis put it right on the money. First down, Rutgers.
2 wideouts come left. Duff, one of those, the big guy, just made that catch. One receiver alone right. Raymond in the backfield from the shotgun. He'll get the handoff up the middle, scoots through quickly, gets a quick 5. Almost the ball came out. Oregon might have the ball. Fumble. Oregon say they've got it. We'll wait for the official call, but the Ducks may have caused a fumble. No indication yet. Nothing yet.
Why it takes so long on some of these, I have
Nothing
no
yet.
idea.
And the Ducks have the ball on the fumble recovery. Theron Johnson came out with the ball, and Jorgie, you say, why does it take so long? When you got 7 guys all down inside the bottom that laying on top of each other, and nobody wants to get off the pile because they're all still fighting for the ball.
Yeah, that's the fight for the ball that drives me nuts. If you're definitive about who has the ball, then call it that direction.
Timeout, great field position for the Ducks. They have taken it away from the Scarlet Knights. So they give one up, and they get one back. 21-3. Ducks for the lead and the ball at the Scarlet Knight 49-yard line. We come back leading 21-3 in the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Willamette Valley Cancer Institute, we know fighting cancer takes more than courage. It takes the most advanced care possible. That's why we offer the latest immunotherapies, targeted treatments, precision radiation, robotic surgery, and access to leading-edge clinical trials. We're not just fighting cancer. We're pushing the boundaries of what's possible right here at home. With locations in Eugene, Springfield, Albany, Corvallis, Florence, Newport, and Lincoln City, expert care is within reach. Find out how you can fight like a duck at OregonCancer.com.
From the first whistle to the final play, being an Oregon fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, the official vitamin and supplement of Oregon football, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Ducks.
Oregon goes in a hurry. It's up the middle. Drive 2-1.
Scarlet Knights.
Touchdown, Ducks.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Back our Country Financial Broadcast booth, Jerry Allen, Jorgie Dusty. Join Mac up above here with us. And talking about Kenyon Sadiq. Why I keep calling him Kenyon, and some people still do. Joey, you said you blame Kenyon Barner.
I do, because I remember when Kenyon Barner came to campus, and his name was so unique in the way that you emphasize that syllable.
Yes.
You know, it became so ingrained in all of us, Kenyon Barner. And Dusty even said from down on the field, like, well, yeah, because everybody said it wrong. So then we said, we're going to get this right forevermore. And, well, Dusty, now we do.
That's right. And now we're sitting there, and Kenyon Sadiq is the one that's going to be suffering because we got Kenyon right.
That's right.
Boy, every week there's upsets in college football taking place. And let me give you the Safeway scoreboard update. Just one game real quick for you. Arizona State with 2 minutes left in the game, leading Texas Tech 19-14. Gillingham and company.
First down, Oregon, empty backfield. And now into the backfield joining will be Hill to the right of Moore. And he's going to get the pitch going right. Got a little room and some speed. Good block on the outside, cuts inside, goes across the 40 to about the 38. Kerry Bryant Jr. giving us some blocking downfield.
He's dangerous once he gets outside. He got outside there. A little hesitation move, and they were able to attack him, but a nice first down gain.
First down at the 39, right hash. Receivers all to the right. Give it to Hill again. Left side this time. Drives the feet. We'll get it about 5, almost give him 5 yards. Inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. 21-3. Oregon leads with 12:02 left here in this first half. There are a lot of hunters around the state of Oregon. Probably listening to the ball game around the fire or in their camps, wherever you are. Good to have you with us. Second down and 5. Shotgun again. Good to see Justice Lowe, and the ball game comes in motion all the way to the right. Back to throw off, little play action. Want to go deep down the middle. He is got him. Moore makes it easy. Just makes it easy. It's like, here, I'm going to throw you the ball. You catch it, score a touchdown.
I mean, that wasn't Dante Moore's best throw. And yet, Decoria Moore is so wide open, he somewhat waits for the ball to get there because he had turned his man around so badly. What a great pass pattern down there by Decoria Moore.
Yeah, it's just, it turned around and it's like, just get down there, I'll throw you the ball. X's and O's. What was that route, Jorgie? What was that route?
Well, I thought you'd wait for the extra point first. Thank you, Dusty, for reminding me. I'll let you wait for that.
Extra point kick coming up. And Sappington knocks it through.
Thanks, Jerry.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. I completely forgot about that. X's and O's. We're talking about the post pattern. That was a post pattern right there. 45-degree. Get your protractor out again. By the way, get it out. Decoria Moore down the field, runs to the post, 45-degree angle, touchdown. Thank you, Dusty.
Well done. My son Jeff texted me, said, tell Jorgie, nice job. Make sure he's got his protractor out.
Did I say compass?
What about an angle finder?
I didn't say compass.
No, protractor.
Protractor, okay.
Yeah. Where are we? Who's on first? Who's on first?
I always think a compass and protractor go together. I don't know why.
You are not a Boy Scout. 28-3. 28-3, Oregon with a lead. 11.5 left first half. And the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Ah, there's nothing like the warmth of a campfire. But when it's left unattended, a campfire can destroy your favorite outdoor destinations. Don't let this happen to you. Make sure you have water and a shovel close to the campfire. Put the campfire completely out before calling it a night and before leaving the campsite. Drown the fire with water, stir the coals, and drown it again until it is cool to the touch. Score one for Oregon by keeping our forest green and beautiful. Learn more about campfire safety at keeporegongreen.org.
Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going, and Kenny Wheaton has joined the party. Whoa, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a Dang Green IPA from Hop Valley in the corner of the cooler.
It's selected. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour.
Dang Green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hop Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
Come on now, come on now, yeah. Come on now,
28-3 here the home of the Scarlet Knights, Rutgers University. In our Country Financial broadcast booth, Dusty Hare down to the sideline, our Toyota sideline Mike. Been quite a performance from the Stuck offense so far.
It has been. It's been quick strikes, decisive. They have been running with tempo. They pulled the reins back on that drive, and boy, DeCorian Moore wide open. Right now, Will Stein in his back, getting creative with a lot of things that he's been doing. It's been fun to watch this offense roll.
So far, so good. No doubt about that. The Toyota drive summary for Oregon after the turnover. Theron Johnson recovers the fumble, and Oregon goes 3 plays, 49 yards in a minute for the last 34 yards. Dante Moore to DeCorian Moore for the touchdown and the extra point. And there right now is 11:34 left here in the first half. Oregon leads 28-3.
Ducks with 307 yards of offense to 67 for Rutgers. And, let's take a look at Dante Moore. He's throwing the ball pretty well tonight. There's room for improvement. He's only 11 of 12. 189 yards and 3 touchdowns. How about that? Here's the kickoff. This one's going to go high and will be fair caught at about the 2-yard line. And we'll come out to the 25.
Nice little post pattern there, huh?
Dante Moore under pressure from last week. I mean, he did not have a lot of time in that game. Indiana really came, and once he got sacked a couple of times, they took him out of his rhythm. He just did not get into a really good rhythm. Tonight, offensive line is protecting him. He's in a rhythm.
Yeah, with the help of a running game, too. Has already run for 118 yards here in the first half. So when you can run it, you can throw it, and that's what Oregon's doing.
Kelly McManus is in that shotgun. Raymond to his right, 2 receivers go right, 1 left. And on first down, it's going to keep it and throw. Down the right side, it's got him too high. Trying to get it outside to Sheffield. DT Sheffield is 5'10". If that had been KJ Duff, he'd have made that catch. Duff is 6'6".
Tough to overthrow a guy like that when you got the tall guys you're throwing at, but unfortunately on that one, not the tall guy.
Not the tall guy. 2nd down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Way out to the left comes Sheffield. 2 receivers go out to the right. That's Duff and Strong. Tight end left. And Kelly McManus back to throw again. Has plenty of time. Wants to go deep, and he's there, but he overthrows him. Went for his big tight end, Kenny Fletcher Jr. Fletcher got behind. That's a tight end on a linebacker. Not a bad matchup.
Not a bad matchup, but an athletic tight end. He's not, as you said, Jerry, a little bit earlier, not a big guy, a little bit quicker like Kenyon Sadiq is. So that's a matchup as a quarterback and as an offense you want. An inside linebacker covering a tight end on a streak pattern down the sideline, and he had him. He just overthrew him.
Ian Strong comes out to the left. 3 receivers strung out to the right on 3rd down and 10 from the 25. Scarlet Knights are on 25. Back to throw. Pressure comes and they get away. They get to him, but he got away, and then he gets tackled from behind for a yard gain. Was near a sack. Bear finally got him, but Uyungala had him probably for about a 4 or 5 yard loss. It was a nice escape for Kelly McManus.
But Kelly McManus is having to worry about the pressure. And this is exactly what you saw Dante Moore feeling last week, where when you got the pressure coming in like Oregon has been able to put on him, not only Uyungala, but Bear Alexander to finish it off, your eyes do not go down the field. They look for the guys that are chasing you around, and Oregon's gotten into his head tonight.
Jacob Anderson to punt. This is a more direct, high, wobbly punt that's going to be fair caught. Oh, I didn't fair catch it. No fair catch call. I just assumed that Gary Bryant Jr. was calling fair catch. It just looked like he knew he had somebody bearing down on him. And as he caught that ball, he got chopped down.
I mean, I don't know how the Rutgers player lets up soon enough to not hit him before he catches the ball.
That was a bang play. 28-3, Oregon with the lead and the ball back. Right now, Scarlet Knights have 68 yards of offense with 10:38 left here in the second quarter. That's it. Oregon 28-3. Big lead now and the ball back when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos.
You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it, and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to our Country Financial broadcast booth. Jerry Allen with Mike Jorgensen, Jorgie, and also down on the field, our Toyota sideline, Mike Dusty Hara, running the show up above behind us and making sure we don't screw up. Joey Mack.
That's my identity. I'll take it. I've heard worse.
Not easy to do with this crew. I'll tell you what, do a good job. You can put the whip away, though.
Look, all I want to say is that Jorgie's legs are looking great tonight, okay? It's a great fit.
Is there hair on those? There's hair on those legs. First down at their own 28-yard line. 2 receivers close each way, one an H-back, and now Gary Brown Jr. splits out to the right. And here's a handoff. There goes Whittington, and Whittington's got a good first down run of about 5, almost 6 yards. I love the blocking downfield away from the play. Alex Harkey is working on the defensive tackle that was across from him, 10 yards beyond the play. Nope, didn't get a first down. He got 5 yards to the 34. And hand it to him again. This time he's going to get the first down. Hard run across the 40 to about the 43.
Boy, the way they're playing right now, Oregon's offensive line and their offense as a whole, they've got Rutgers defense on their heels. They just don't know what's coming next. It could be a trick play. Is it going to be a run up the gut? Is it going to be a pass down the field? They're on their heels right now.
Oliver Ballot got the tackle that time. He's the one that Harkey had planted downfield a moment ago. Here's first down at the 43. Oregon their own. Dante Moore waits, ready for the snap. Going to turn and back to throw off play action. Going deep down the right side. Catch made. Make one move and go inside. I think he stepped out of bounds. No whistle yet. They're still fighting inside the 30 to the, now out of bounds about the 28-yard line. DeCorian Moore made the catch, and then it was going to try to make a move inside. Didn't work. A couple of Scarlet Knights got him, and I thought they took him out of bounds, but they kept letting him play, so he must not have stepped out of bounds.
Must not have stepped out of bounds.
Right on the sideline. I'd like to see that. I really thought he did. They finally threw him down hard. I think the officials just waited too long to blow the whistle that time.
And he never went down. I thought somebody had come in and knocked him down, but he didn't go down.
28-yard line, first down. Dante Moore under center this time. Whittington behind him, gets the handoff going left. Cuts it up. Nice big run inside the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Noah Whittington.
Overloaded the left side of the offensive line with 3 guys and then an additional one to the outside. And you knew it was coming because they had too many big guys to the left, executed perfectly by Oregon.
Just too many guys to block. And then Whittington took it upfield. Even when he got hit at about the 5, pulled through it. And no, Whittington is having a great ball game. Yeah, no cutting back, waiting, hesitating, just going north and south. And Oregon will try the tech point after again. They spread it out to show that swinging gate, but don't do it. It'll be Sappington that will try the extra point. 34-3 now. Trying to make it 35-3 with still 8:54 left here in this first half. Snap place of the kickoff, and it is good. Dusty Hara, we're seeing a performance by Oregon's offense tonight, and you just wonder, you know that the Scarlet Knights have been a really good first half football team. But when Oregon went to the doctor on Sunday, What did they talk about? What did they see? But whatever it was, they've got it together tonight.
It really feels like they've simplified things on both sides of the ball, letting their guys play. We've seen the corners been playing up and pressing on the outside there. We've seen the receivers getting nasty on the perimeter again in the run game. We've seen explosives on the ground and through the air, and it isn't by design. It's a lot just do your job, and it's going to open up for you. There's no pressing by this Oregon offense or defense except for the corners on the outside. That's the only press that you're seeing. The pressure of this game and the flow of it has not gotten to Oregon. They look comfortable and in a rhythm.
Yeah, Dusty said it. Guys just doing their job right now.
Test.
Yeah, just doing their job and their responsibility. Toyota drive summary for Oregon, 4 plays, 72 yards in a minute 44, 28-yard touchdown run by Noah Whittington. It's 35-3, 8:54 left to go here in the first half. Drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Gage Hurek takes that ball to the 1-yard line where a fair catch is called. So Hurek with a good kick, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Duck football sponsored by OCCU. Duck fans get more for the things they care about with a remarkable checking and the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Well, you take a peek at Noah Whittington's stats so far. I think he's over 100 yards now.
Yeah, he is.
Easily.
10 carries, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
And we still have almost 9 minutes left here in the first half.
First down, Scarlet Knights from their own 25. Oregon back on D. And from that shotgun, Elliot Manis running back to his right, going to hand it to him. Coming left, trying to cut it back, and does. That's Raymond. He'll get a little, about 3 yards on the run. No, that time it is Brayshawn Benjamin, his first carry of the ball game that I'm aware of. Yep. He'll get about 3. It'll be second down and 7.
A lot of time left in this game. 35-3, Oregon has really taken command, but a lot of time left.
And Ian Strong is down. One of their big wide receivers, a 6'3", 211-pound junior, who is the leading receiver on this Rutgers team, is down with a leg injury back at the 20-yard line. And you hate to see anybody get banged up or hurt. Hopefully it's just a muscle cramp and he'll be able to go. But Dusty Harrod down at the sideline, or Toyota sideline Mike, we're highlighting Oregon's offense. But the Duck defense has arrived at this ball game this week as well.
Yes, they have. And this is, as you mentioned several times before, this is a Rutgers team that is in every game at the half. And they have not trailed at halftime of a game yet. This credit to the Oregon defense. And even with the 3 points that Oregon kind of spotted them due to the turnover on a short field, on that drive, Rutgers got 0 yards. They tried to go at the corners 3 plays in a row on the opening drive, and there was no success for Rutgers. So this defense has really bowed their back. They've cleaned up a lot when it comes to staying in your rush lanes and tightening up on the defensive side in the secondary as well. It's been a great performance from this Oregon D.
Duck football brought to you by Safeway, the official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway to play the Score Big sweepstakes and enter for a chance to win great prizes such as duck gear or season tickets. And we are kind of quickly approaching that period of time in the fall when sports start to overlap. And basketball, Joey Mack, it's on the horizon. You can see it.
Yeah, next Friday, Oregon will host an exhibition against a familiar foe in Utah. That'll be the first foray for this Oregon men's basketball team. Had to make some adjustments without Jackson Shellstat. He's been out.
Seems odd to be talking about an exhibition game with Utah.
I know.
A member of the...
I know. The Ducks will also have an exhibition against Stanford, but that one's on the road here coming up the following week. Then season begins early November.
Utah's got a big football game tonight, don't they?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
The Holy War with BYU. I know
Yeah.
there's a big camping group over in Idaho listening to us right now. Broadcast this game.
right.
And going to be watching that Holy War a little bit later.
Making some s'mores?
Yeah, probably so.
I'll bet. Kelly Manis, big 6'3", 212-pound quarterback with the ball, hands it off. Trying to go outside, gets wrapped up at about the 31-yard line. And that defensive end, that edge, Mateo Uengale, let him get by just a little bit and then reached out and grabbed him and spun him down. Got about 3. It'll be third down at about 3.
In fact, Strong back in the game. So he only went out for a play.
Third down and 3. 8:10 remaining. First half, 35-3 Oregon. They have put on a show here in the first half. KJ Duff comes alone way out to the left with 6'6" receiver. Two other receivers, Strong and Sheffield, go to the right. Strong back in off that leg injury. And now change the play. Got to hurry. Play clock's getting down. And they get it snapped off in time and hand it off. Try to get middle. First down run across the 35 to the 36, 37-yard line. Pickup of 5. And they barely got that play off. That's one of those look to the sideline. What do you want me to run? And then try to let your offensive line know about it before that play clock goes down.
Pretty nice run by Raymond, too. He looked like he wanted to go up the middle. There was nothing there. He bounced it to the left, then up the field for the first down.
Two receivers come left. Kaliakmanis on first down. Running back to his right. Looking to the side for the play they want. Everybody looking over the receivers as well as the running back. Back to throw. Quick strike throw. Catch made. Short of the first down. KJ Duff down about 8 yards, turns, and the ball's there. But give him 8 yards, it'll be second down and 2.
Naeem Offord on the outside defending on that particular play. Throw behind, kind of low and behind. Duff made a nice catch just to slide down and catch that ball. Really no chance for Naeem Offord to get near that ball.
Uyunglele comes out of the ball game. Second down and 2. Now here's that play call change again. Play clock at 6, plenty of time. Kaliakmanis, snap, turn, and that's that. Handed it off. Did not get the first down. I really wasn't sure who had that football.
I wasn't either.
He had that ball in the mesh right into the gut of Raymond, and he kept it there for a long time.
Yeah, it looked like Kaliakmanis was going to pull that ball back out. Mixon took him down for about a 5-yard loss, but he had handed off the ball for about a 1-yard gain, brings up 3rd and 2.
Raymond got a yard, 3rd and 2 from the 45. Big third down play for the Scarlet Knights. Kaliakmanis sets his running back to the right, hands it to him, and will get the first down. Across the 49 to just short of the 50. Give him the 49-yard line. Needed 2, got about 4.
Well, what Rutgers wants here, if they can get it, is a touchdown drive number 1 and a touchdown drive to come close to ending the first half, because they'll get the ball to receive in the third quarter and they'll get first possession. So if they can perform here in the middle 6, the last 6 of this quarter and the next 6, they might get back into it.
49-yard line, their own on first down. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 alone to the right. Back to throw. Sets, little pressure, wants to go deep. Wide open, overthrown. D.T. Sheffield got behind everybody. Kaliakmanis was getting some pressure. Kind of had to unload that ball, and he just overthrew a wide-open receiver.
And some confusion in the defensive secondary for Oregon. It looked like Dalen Austin maybe was the guy covering him, but he also looked to the center as though he was going to get safety help. There was nobody there, and what a blown opportunity for the Scarlet Knights there. That would have been an easy touchdown.
But a little bit of pressure, and I think he felt it. Second down and 10 from their own 49. Shotgun again. Snap coming. Going to hand it off this time up the middle. Nice quick run of 4 yards. Almost 5. Give him 4 to the Duck 47-yard line. And Mr. Betcher with a tackle. Brings up third down after that big first down incompletion. 4-yard pickup, third down and 6 at the Oregon 47-yard line. 4:45 remaining. First half, 35-3 Oregon.
And Brandon Finney, by the way, back in the game. After that mix-up in the secondary.
So big third down and 6. Oregon shows pressure along that defensive front. Linebackers are up. How many will come? Now the play call. Kaliakmanis got it. Hands it off. Running right. Stuffed. Well, not stuffed. Give him 3, almost 4, but 3 yards to make it 4th down. And I thought he was going to be taken down right away. But Raymond really got upfield in a hurry.
Well, they look at this as 2-down territory, frankly. I think just get a little bit, and we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway. That's what looks like Rutgers is going to do from their own 44-yard line, 4th and 3.
That ball carrier last time was Benjamin. Quick, Very quick feed. Here's 4th and 3. Run or pass. Callie McManus back to throw. Straight drop. Throws it down the middle. It's caught. First down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. D.T. Sheffield. And he was open.
He was. Crossing, quick little pattern to the outside. And Dalen Austin in chase mode all the way. That really was an easy throw for Kaliak Max making on that play. A 4th and 3. They had been running it pretty well there, but again, an easy toss, an easy catch, an easy first down.
So first down at the 33-yard line. Plenty of time, 3:12 remaining, 2 timeouts here in this first half. And Kelly McManus back to throw again. Wants to go deep for the score. Up in the air, knocked away. Almost a great catch. What an attempt by Ben Black. And who was it? Theron Johnson who knocked it away? And that ball was in his hands.
Yeah, I think Flowers came over and helped out with it too. But Theron Johnson in the coverage. And he's the one who's able to get him to tip that ball out of his hands. So they've been trying to throw that deep ball all night long and really haven't been able to complete one at all. And this is probably the most impressive drive that Rutgers has had all night long.
Second down and 10 from the Duck 33-yard line with 3:01 remaining. Kelly McManus on the throw, or hands it off this time. Stuffed, but bounce it off. Almost 2 missed tackles, but finally Raymond is dragged down. He bounced off of somebody initially and finally got wrapped up and dragged down by Devin Jackson. And a shoe comes off. Raymond's going to stay in and try to get a shoe back up. Or was it a towel that came out? Must have been a towel that popped in.
This just feels like a touchdown or bust drive for Rutgers. They're not looking for 3s. They need 7s to get back in this game.
3rd down and 11. 2 receivers come out to the left. Kelly McManus making the play call on 3rd and 11. Snap, back to throw. Some time, steps up, could run. Now decides to spin and gets free, but not for the first down. Nifty move. He made Bear Alexander whiff. And Blake Persius ran into Bear. I mean, that was a great move by Ethan Kaliakmanis.
Oh, Bear thought he was going to maul Kaliakmanis on that play, and that 360 move that he made, and he's not that good of a runner, gets him another 5-6 yards to bring up a 4th and makeable right now for Rutgers, but they've got to have 7s, not 3s.
4th and 5 as the Scarlet Knights call timeout with 2 minutes. The 2-minute timeout. So when we come back, decision time. You need a touchdown. 3 points. We'll see. Oregon up top, 35-3 of the 2-minute timeout on the Oregon Sports Network from there.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
You'll get more than you expect with McValue at McDonald's. So when you've spent too much on a night out, get deals on the after party. When you've got date night, get deals on favorites that'll make you their favorite. And when you've got family for the weekend, we've got breakfast.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with sausage McGriddles and other breakfast favorites. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son?
Welcome back to Rutgers, New Jersey, by the way, not New York. In Newark or Piscataway. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. Also brought to you by Hoodoo. Yeah, the snow has been flying. It's not laying on the ground up there yet, but you're a storm or two away from seeing some real depth of snow. Hoodoo Ski Area, your locally owned and operated destination for winter fun and a proud supporter of Oregon Athletics.
Want a Safeway scoreboard update, Jared?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Number 4, Texas A&M right now over Arkansas, 38-27. That game late in the third quarter. Washington State, the Cougs on the road at Virginia. Number 18, Virginia, they lead 14-7 right before halftime. Texas and Kentucky tied. Alabama up on Tennessee 7-0 right now. USC leading Notre Dame 10-7 in South Bend, that game. Auburn and Missouri scoreless right now, tie. And how about the Fighting Kenny Dillinghams? They take down number 7 Texas Tech, who everybody thought was going to just walk away with that particular league, the Big 12, 26-22. They take down Texas Tech. What a great job for Kenny Dillingham and the Sun Devils.
4th down, and they will go for it. From the shotgun, trips right, one alone left. Kaliak Manis now will go up to the line and make the play call on 4th down and 5 from the Oregon 28. Just after the 2-minute timeout, they're going for it on 4th and 5. Snap back to throw. Step up, throws over the middle, underthrown. Tried to get it to D.T. Sheffield. If he gets the ball up in the air a little bit, he might have been there.
Threw it at his feet. Kennedy in coverage, chasing Sheffield across the field, but he threw that one low and out in front. Really had no chance to catch that ball.
Yeah, maybe the reason he did, Joey Mack said that Kaliak Manis got hit in the back as he threw that ball. So
looked like just a graze of the hand, but sometimes that's all you need from the defensive pressure.
Just enough to throw you off. So on the missed 4th down attempt to try to pick up 5 yards for the first down, they don't get it. The Ducks get the ball back on the turnover with basically 2 minutes left here in this first half, and here's your 2-minute offense. 2 receivers each way for Dante Moore. Back to throw. Steps up against pressure, will run to the right and run it himself and go out of bounds. Get pushed out of bounds in front of the Oregon bench after he picks up about 5. He'll go to the, we're going to mark it, 31-yard line, 30-yard line, so only give him 2.
Surprised he got out of that pocket. I mean, it looked like it was going to squeeze around him and he was going to get sacked, but he ended up with a yard gain on that as he runs out to 29.
Yeah, they had it marked further downfield on the near side, but he went out of bounds way short of that. So 2nd and 9. And I'm not sure why the officials are holding up play, but they are, and now Oregon will go with 1:50 remaining. Dante up to the line, makes the play call so they can hear it. Everybody else knows it. Dante wants the snap. 2nd down and 9, back to throw. Deep, wants to go way down for Benson. Malik tried to come back for the ball, but he could not quite turn enough to get the ball. Pretty good coverage down as Jacoby Henderson was right there with him. Would have been a very difficult catch. So 3rd and 9. The deep ball has worked for Oregon tonight. I understand why they would go to that well. They have been successful with it. Tied in, Jamari Johnson goes way out to the left with 2 other receivers. One alone right. So trips left. Dante back to throw on 3rd and 9. With time, slings it down. He's got him open. Catch made. There he is. Johnson down the sideline. A foot race to the 15-yard line and tackled from behind. Jamari Johnson just said he flanks out to the left. And there's that deep ball again, Jorgie. They are working that tonight.
Jamari Johnson and that ball right on the money from Dante Moore. And then it's like, don't look back. Don't look back. Just keep running. All the way down to the 14 or 15-yard line, I guess it looks like. What a big play for Oregon.
15-yard line, 1st and 10. Minute 27 remaining. Dante, turn, hand it off. Davison, I believe, up the middle will get very short yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. A minute 15 of the clock moving. Oregon was still all 3 timeouts, so they don't need to really scramble too much here.
That completion to Jamari Johnson was 56 yards on the play.
Oh, gosh. Trips to the right. Now Davison comes back and joins Dante Moore in the backfield. from the shotgun. And we're going to get a flag. A movement on Oregon. And then, actually, offsides. Dusty Hara, right down in front of you. I saw that movement by the rush in for the Scarlet Knights.
Number 94. The defense causing offense player to react.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty. Lay it down.
I think I'd rather hear from you, Dusty. You can explain it better than that.
Yeah, Janoris Wilson, who came in as an extension of that offensive line. They're going to overloaded to one side, to the left side. And on the right side, Janoris Wilson, 194, just jumped offside, pointed right at him, said, that's the reason why I moved. The referees agreed.
Trips to the right side.
They call that disconcerting signal, don't they? Even when there's a jump like that, and it makes it.
Defense qualifies for a 10-second runoff. However, Oregon declined the 10-second runoff portion of the penalty.
Something about the official saying Oregon.
Now the defender moves, which causes Oregon's offensive lineman to move, and so that's why they called it on Rutgers.
Here's trips right, one alone left. Davison in the backfield, and there's offsides again. And who's jumping up and down inside? Is that Harkey? Poncho and Harkey both jumping down and pointing, other way, guys, other way. Penalties on the Scarlet Knights.
Offside. Defense. Catch this single. Second down.
Discipline.
55 seconds remaining. Hopefully they'll get the officials' microphone fixed during the halftime.
Result is first down.
And that penalty resulted in a first down. So it's first and goal from the 5-yard line. It's still
got to be disciplined, don't you? Offensively.
Yeah, offense got to be very disciplined. Oregon up to the line or hurry. Tight formation, one wide receiver to the right. Dante moving right. Wants to throw, nobody open, will toss it out of bounds. Smart play by Dante Moore. He wanted to roll right, little half roll right after misdirection to the left, but nobody open.
And misdirection, hoping to fool the Rutgers defense, didn't work. And he knew as he rolled out to his right, there was nobody open. Don't try to force it. Just throw it in the stands, go to second and goal at the 5.
I think he only had one receiver, Decorian Moore, over there. Yeah, Bryant was over there too. And actually, Bryant was open in the back of the end zone. Here's second down to goal from the 5. 50 seconds remaining, 5-0. Dante Davison to his right. Whittington back in the ball game. Back to throw. Going to go the fade route. Back corner throws way over the top of the head of Jamari Johnson, and it'll be third down and goal from the 5. Trying to go with that lob to the back left-hand corner. Thinking Jamari Johnson could maybe out-jump or go up and get that ball, but it was nowhere near catchable. And it will be third and goal from the 5-yard line.
McClellan, one of the new receivers in the game, out to the right.
Empty backfield right now, unless somebody comes back and joins Dante. Whittington comes close, but doesn't really come back as a running back. Back to throw. Dante looks. There he is. Did he make the grab? He did. Touchdown. No, Whittington. I said there he is.
I mean, he was so open. It was ridiculous. He came back in. He set himself up, not quite as a tailback, but almost like a slot guy out to the left of Dante Moore, and he just ran a 10-yard out. He's wide open and made a fantastic catch on the outside for the touchdown.
When you watch the replay, I couldn't call touchdown yet because he reached out and grabbed the ball and brought it in front of him as he went down. Had to wait and see if he actually caught that ball, but he did, and Whittington's having a night. Oregon will go for the extra point kick. Hurek in to try it. Gage with his punter, James Ferguson Reynolds, holding. Luke Basso to snap it. Been good tonight. Snap, place, and a kick the way it's supposed to be. And with 43 seconds left in this first half, Dusty Hare, I mentioned something about 2 minutes and that 2-minute offense. Can't work it much better than that.
Yeah, they have been crisp all season long in that 2-minute offense. And right there you saw execution at a really high level. We had 2 miscues once they got down inside the low red area into that 5-yard line with a couple of incomplete passes. But then on third down, what a great scheme and play call by Will Stein to see that they're bumping the safeties and the linebackers in anytime there's motion into the backfield. And so you don't bring Noah all the way back in. You hang him out a little bit further on the outside, and he was wide open out running the linebacker to the end zone.
And Dusty, the cushion they gave Noah Whittington was shocking, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the 5-yard line, third goal, and the defender was 5 to 7 yards deep in the end zone when that ball was snapped. So it just was an easy out pattern. And frankly, Dante Moore probably could have made it a little bit easier for Whittington, but it was a great catch by Whittington. I'll get you the Toyota drive summary here in a second.
Sappington has it teed up. We'll approach the ball, kick it from our left to our right. Going to go to the end zone barely and get out, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Well, the Toyota drive summary for Oregon in that 2-minute drill, 6 plays, 72 yards in a minute 14. Whittington with the 5-yard touchdown catch from Dante Moore, and the Hurrick extra point. Oregon leads 42-3 with 43 seconds left here in the first half. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Oregon right now, 441 yards of offense in the first half. 279 through the air, and 162 on the ground. Right now, Dante Moore, 14 of 18 for 279 and 4 touchdowns.
Rutgers, 115 yards of total offense. They'll have it first down 25, and they're going to hand it off and just run it. And not much there. Oregon, big pile up after a couple of yards with 37 seconds remaining. Kind of be surprised if the Scarlet Knights run another play, although they're hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Don't fall asleep defensively.
27 seconds remaining. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to left, back to throw. Calacanis wants to go deep, way downfield, and it is incomplete. Three Ducks closest to it wanted to get it to their big guy on the outside, and that was just I'm going to throw it up and hope he can get to it. KJ Duff, the big receiver, but he was well covered had that ball been anywhere near.
Yeah, and you're going to play and retreat anyway as a defender. You're not going to allow anybody to get behind you. And it looked like Oregon defensively had a bunch of guys out there. Brandon Fitty, I believe, was out there on that side of the field just running the streak pattern, frankly, better than the receiver was.
Third down and about 8. Oregon, if they don't get a first down, could call timeout and get the ball back here. Hand the ball up and stuffed at the 26-yard line. And Oregon, did they call a timeout? I think they did.
First team charge timeout, Oregon. 30 seconds timeout.
With 12 seconds remaining, the Ducks call timeout. They're going to get a chance to get their hands back on the football. 42-3, Oregon with the lead with 12 seconds left here in this first half. Gary Bryant Jr. is deep. He'll be about his own 30-yard line.
Boy, you talk about the job, Jerry, that Oregon's done on Kelly Akmanis. He's only 7 of 19 for 65 yards and an interception here in the first half. Usually a guy that throws the ball pretty well, high completion percentage, yardage, everything else that goes with it. Right now, Oregon has just completely shut down this Rutgers passing game.
Jacob Anderson will punt, if he indeed does. Get the play call from the side. If there was going to be a fake, they're moving bodies all over the place. Oregon hurry. Play clock's getting down to 10.
Oregon has one defender to the left to guard 2 people.
And the snap and the punt away. Very high. And fair catch called for this time at the 34-yard line. That took 6 seconds or 7 seconds off of that 12. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Does Oregon run a play? Or just take a knee?
The way they played offensively here.
They did call timeout for a reason.
In the first half, the way that they've moved and grooved offensively, I wouldn't be surprised if they ran a play here, but I'll bet you they take a knee.
It looks like they're going to go actually and run. Now, I thought it was going to be a play safe, but they're going to run a play. Dante Moore getting people positioned. 2 receivers out to the right, 2 tight ends. And Moore with a snap, hand it off. Up the middle goes Whittington. He'll get about 4, almost 5, and that will end the half. So the Ducks don't try to do a lot of big razzle-dazzle. They do call timeout, get to run a play, but as the half comes to an end, 42-3. 42-3. And Georgie, given what the Scarlet Knights and Rutgers have been able to do this season in the first half. This is a staggering first half. They got to go to the locker room going, what just happened?
Well, just a reminder to people out there, Rutgers has not trailed at halftime in any game this season. They've been tied, but they have not trailed in a game. So to be down 42-3 when you're a Rutgers team that really has had great first halves and not such great second halves, this is exactly the position you feared to be in if you're Rutgers. In Oregon, they came out and really took it to Rutgers right off the bat. An opening drive fumble. The rest has just been all Oregon here in the first half, 42-3. A ton of yards, a ton of plays, takeaways. Oregon has just come out and looked sharp as could be.
Dan Lanning just finishing up with TV down below. Let's get to Dusty Hara.
Coach, a response of your team coming out after a loss in the execution. What does it tell you about what your team has between the ears?
It tells me we can play a first half. Now we got to play a second one.
Defensively, 2 big body receivers, corners playing up tight. Those guys have answered the call. What have you seen from them?
Yeah, we told these guys this week that we're going to challenge them, and they got to go win one-on-ones, and they've done that so far.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
Head coach Dan Lanning. Some people looked at what happened to Penn State after they lost that game and said, did Oregon learn anything from that? Penn State lost a game, crushing defeat, had to go on the road, long way to UCLA, couldn't perform. Got behind early, couldn't catch up, lost that game. There was questions. Could that happen to Oregon? Crushing loss at home to Indiana, long road trip all the way to the East Coast. Will they be ready? Did they get ready during the week? How would they respond? Georgia, they answered the bell.
I had my mic up. Can you believe that? I mean, that's the type of situation and example you want to see that you don't have to live yourself, obviously. But these guys came prepared and they've executed. That's the great thing about it is learn from that lesson, see it happen, make sure that you're not going to let it happen because, Jerry, I talked about it all week like you just said. Penn State, lose a heartbreaker at home, go on the road to UCLA, and then 2 more games after that, and they've looked horrible. They've not been themselves. So what was Oregon going to do? Well, 42-3 is a good answer to that. This team has come out focused, has executed. It's exactly what Dan Lanning and the staff wanted to see from his team.
Joey Mack, I'll bring you in before we go take the break. We saw that this week in practice. You just had a feeling that the Ducks got the message and knew what they did wrong and were ready to correct it.
Yeah, spirited is one way to put it, but I also just saw a lot of focus. It felt like Oregon was just so locked in with the coaches. And again, Coach Lanning is somebody that always points with his thumbs first. And I felt like he and the coaches did that, and the team responded. I mean, that's a mutual respect. And I think we're seeing that on the scoreboard now here, at least at halftime. But as Coach said, showed they can do it for one half. Now they got to do it in the second half.
Well, one other thing I like about this first half, Jerry, is the identity. They've come out and regained the identity that they want to have. Run the ball, physical, take care of both sides of the line of scrimmage. The identity is back. This is exactly what you want to see.
It's halftime here at Rutgers University, Piscataway, New Jersey, as they announced a sellout crowd. But there are a lot of Duck fans here and not as many Scarlet Knights fans. This is more a home crowd for Oregon than it is for the Scarlet Knights. Kind of fun to see. And the Ducks have the big halftime lead, 42-3. Scores, highlights, and all your stats coming up from New Jersey here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
I'm facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
Valley River Inn is a proud partner of Oregon Athletics and your go-to game day stay. Just minutes from Autzen and right on the Willamette River. Enjoy 250 newly renovated rooms, a fitness center, bike rentals, outdoor pool, and riverside dining at Sweetwater's on the river. Whether you're in town for kickoff or need a local escape, catch the game, then catch your breath with us. Fans score 15% off with code HOMETEAM. Visit valleyriverin.com and make your stay a win.
Hey, college football fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day's #1 pour. We're celebrating every snap from coast to coast because it doesn't matter what colors you wear as long as Evan's there. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and enjoy the smooth, rich taste of my favorite Kentucky bourbon at your next tailgate. Go Ducks! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart.
The first half is in the books. Time now for college football's most refreshing halftime show. Presented by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. A first half recap. Scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college football are all ahead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Halftime out east in the birthplace of college football for Oregon versus Rutgers. And after 2 quarters, the Ducks lead 42-3. Ashley Gentry here with you inside the Learfield Network studios, breaking down the first half with highlights and more. Brought to you by Safeway, the official grocer of your Oregon Ducks. The coin flips in favor of the home team Scarlet Knights, so Oregon and Dante Moore would get the first drive of the game. Ducks would start things off on the ground, but Rutgers able to force a 3rd and long for the Duck offense, and Dante would switch to the air.
3 receivers strung out to the right. Whittington in the backfield. Back to throw. Swing the screen pass out. Caught. Pretty good one, too. Going to get him close. Ball popped up into the air, and it is intercepted or off the bounce. And I'm not sure if it was off the ground or in the air, but that's a turnover right away.
That's Jed Elad recovering a Gary Bryant Jr. forced fumble that would lead to a 51-yard field goal conversion to put the first 3 points on the board. Not the start the Ducks were hoping for the first fumble of the season, lost by Oregon, but they do limit the damage and head back out for the second drive for the first half with about 13 to go. Second drive sets up a 3rd and short for Oregon, who would go right back to the ground, and Jordan Whittington. And this time, the ball would not go anywhere, but right on home into the end zone.
Sadiq tied in left, under center, 2 backs. Dante, back split. Motion man, Benson to the right, pitch it back, going left. Whittington with the block up front, gets a first down and more. Down the sideline, 50, a block for the 40, other way 30. Down the sideline, speed to the 20, 10. Can he go all the way? No, Whittington. Down the sideline, tight roping, but he got a great block back at about midfield that sprung him. And the Ducks answer right away.
That would be Davison, who would spring Whittington for that 68-yard rushing touchdown. Just what the Ducks needed after that first drive fumble. And Oregon takes the lead 7-3 with 12 on the first quarter clock. Oregon defense would come out and do their job for a quick Rutgers 3 and out. So really a great response on both sides of the ball for the Ducks, who would now get a chance to get a little early separation on the scoreboard. Big pickup and a nice sideline catch by McClellan would bring Oregon down to their own 36 to keep the drive going. Jordan Whittington playing a big role in this game so far, getting a lot of touches as well, but a 3rd and 10 now for Oregon that would be erased by a 9-10-yard pass to Sadiq. And the third drive of this game for the Ducks would continue. 7.5 to go now before the second quarter. Oregon would pick up their first penalty of the day, a holding call on Sadiq after that big 3rd down conversion. They would get the first down, but a 10-yard penalty tacked on as well, and Sadiq would make up for those 10 negative yards with 30 positive.
And Dante back to throw off little play action. Wants to go deep. Down the middle, he is. Got it! Diving catch, Sadiq. Touchdown, Oregon. Perfect throw. Great stretch, reach, grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
What a catch by Sadiq. That ball was thrown on a line, and he had to stretch out, put those big old paws on that ball, and haul it in right at the goal line going down for the touchdown.
Kenyon Sadiq, thank you very much. 30-yard catch, touchdown, Oregon, and it's 14-3 with 6:25 to go. Ball back in the hands of Rutgers now, who have not scored since the first 5 minutes of the game after that strip on Gary Bryant Jr. by Jet that led to the 51-yard field goal. They pick up their first official first down in the game. Oregon would get an opportunity to go fumble for fumble here, but Rutgers able to recover after Tatum Tuioti able to disrupt the Scarlet Knights offense to force that chance. But no dice there, and Rutgers would continue to slowly move down the field now right on the 50-yard line, so in field goal range, but they would go for it on 4th and 1 instead and pick up that first down. Oregon having some trouble on this drive controlling Rutgers' run game, but as for the passing game, Oregon had that pretty buttoned up.
Callie McManus is really doing a good job on either the play fake or putting the ball in and holding it. Pretty good quarterback so far. First down, back to throw. Has time, pumps, now throws the ball into the air, backed up, and it is intercepted. Oregon came down with the ball, the batted ball, and the Ducks have it.
Blake Purchase would find that batted ball for the interception. The Ducks start the second quarter with possession, and Kenyon Sadiq would cash in on the Purchase interception.
Back to the traditional offense. Dante hands the ball off. Here's the flea flicker. Dante with the ball down the right side, wide open. Sadiq dives up into the air. Leaping catch for the touchdown, Oregon.
Second touchdown of the day for the big tight end, Sadiq, off a dart from Dante Moore in Oregon, now with a 21-3 first half lead. Blake Purchase with the interception. Then Flowers and Johnson said, wait a minute, we want in on some of this turnover action too.
Two wideouts come left. Duff, one of those, the big guy, just made that catch. One receiver alone right. Raymond in the backfield from the shotgun. He'll get the handoff up the middle, scoots through quickly, and gets a quick 5. Almost the ball came out. Oregon might have the ball. Fumble. Oregon say they've got it. We'll wait for the official call, but the Ducks may have caused a fumble.
The Ducks did cause a fumble. It would be Flowers to strip Johnson on the recovery for the second turnover for Rutgers, and that would quickly follow with 6 more points on the board for the Ducks.
Shotgun again. Good to see Justice Lowe, and the ball game comes in motion all the way to the right. Back to throw off little play action. Want to go deep down the middle. He is got him. Moore makes it easy. Just makes it easy. It's like, here, I'm going to throw you the ball. You catch it, score a touchdown.
I mean, that wasn't Dante Moore's best throw. And yet, DeCoria Moore is so wide open, he somewhat waits for the ball to get there because he had turned his man around so badly. What a great pass pattern down there by DeCoria Moore.
Moore to Moore for 34 yards. DeCorian just wide open downfield for the touchdown. 11:34 to go in the first half. Dante 11 for 12 with 189 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 28-3 lead for Oregon. Rutgers with nothing to show for their next drive, and the Ducks would go back to the ground. Whittington with 92 of the 133 rushing yards for the Ducks so far tonight, and he would add 28 more and 6 more points.
Whittington behind him, gets the handoff going left, cuts it up, nice big run inside the 15 to the 10 to the 5, touchdown, Noah Whittington.
Overloaded the left side of the offensive line with 3 guys and then an additional one to the outside. And you knew it was coming because they had too many big guys to the left, executed perfectly by Oregon.
Noah Whittington rewarded with his second touchdown. Oregon's rhythm could not be denied. 35-3, 8:54 to go, and it is all Ducks. Best drive for Rutgers of the night, though, late in the second, taking it down to the 2-minute timeout. Scarlet Knights on the Oregon 28 with a 4th and 5. They would go for it in desperate need of a touchdown, but underthrown to Sheffield, and Rutgers would turn it over on downs, and plenty of time for that Oregon 2-minute offense.
Empty backfield right now, unless somebody comes back and joins Dante. Whittington comes close, but doesn't really come back as a running back. Back to throw. Dante looks. There he is. Did he make the grab? He did. Touchdown. No, Whittington. I said there he is.
I mean, he was so open. It was ridiculous.
A deep pass for 56 yards to Jamari Johnson and an offsides penalty on Rutgers would put Oregon in the red zone on the far 5-yard line to set up Whittington for his third touchdown of the night. Scarlet Knights with 43 seconds to try and end the first half on a high note, now trailing 42-3, but they would be shut down quick enough for one last Oregon offensive drive and one last play. But the half ends with Oregon in the lead, 42-3. An opening drive fumble turned big time Big Ten football on the road for the Ducks in the first half. We'll see if they can tack on more and put a bow on this one here in just a bit. Quick timeout, then back with a look at the Big Ten and top 25 right after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
988 Oregon isn't just a suicide and crisis line. It's for anyone who's struggling and needs to talk. 988 is completely free and confidential. If you don't want to share information about yourself, you don't have to. 988 can also help with drinking or drug use, work stress, relationship problems. You can even get in touch about a friend or family member. Counselors are available 24/7 every day of the year to provide support, whatever you're going through. Call or text 988 or visit 988oregon.org.
Ducks.
Gets the first down and more. He got it in.
Scarlet Knights.
Show me touchdown. Touchdown, Oregon.
This is Oregon football from Learfield. Time for another check of scores from around the Big Ten and the rest of college football. Brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks.
Oregon leads Rutgers on the road 42-3 here at halftime, and second half kickoff coming your way. Real quick update here for you with some scores across the Big Ten and the top 25. As for the Big Ten, your final scores last night: number 25 Nebraska falls to Minnesota 24-6. Northwestern blanks Purdue 19-0, and Ohio State putting a blank on the board for Wisconsin as well today. It's 34-0 Buckeyes over the Badgers on the road. Indiana continuing to win 38-13 over Michigan State, and a big win for the Big Blue 24-7 over Washington at home. Some games going on right now. Penn State trailing on the road to Iowa 10-7 with about a minute to go in the second half. Tough times for Penn State right now, late into the second half of this season. And Maryland trailing UCLA on the road 7-3. Plenty of other games going on, but it is time for the second half out in Newark. Oregon leads Rutgers 42-3. We're back for second half action right after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
College football's most refreshing halftime show has been brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. This is Duck football from Learfield.
A pepperoni pizza for the table. May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Fall is in season at Kohl's, and you know what that means. Pumpkins, plaid, and anything that smells like cinnamon. This week, take an extra 20% off decor, home furnishings, bedding, and more. So whether fall is your entire personality or you're just a casual pumpkin enthusiast, the deals at Kohl's are here for your seasonal style. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 20% offer ends October 19th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
42-3, Oregon leads Rutgers here in New Jersey. I'm Joey Mack. It's the Coors Light halftime show. Thanks to Ashley Gentry for a Safeway scoreboard update. More scores coming throughout the second half as Jerry Allen and Mike Jorgensen settle back in the Country Financial broadcast booth. Dusty Harris making his way back down to the Toyota sideline. A look at the scores in this 42-3 lead for the Ducks, where Oregon gained 446 total yards in the first half, 279 through the air, 167 on the ground. The Ducks gained 17 first downs and a very efficient 6 of 7 on third down. Oregon ran 34 plays, averaging 13.1 yards per play. Meanwhile, for the hometown Scarlet Knights, 117 total yards, 65 passing, 52 rushing, 8 first downs, a 3 for 10 clip on third down. The Scarlet Knights are 2 for 3 on fourth down. They've run 39 plays and are averaging 3 yards per play. Oregon averaging 10.1 yards per play more than Rutgers. Big reason why? The quarterback. Dante Moore is 14 for 18 with 4 touchdowns, 279 through the air, a rating of 281.3 for Dante Moore. The leading receiver is Kenyon Sadiq, 4 catches for 80 yards and a couple of touchdowns. And Noah Whittington is over the century mark, 11 carries for 125 yards rushing. That's Noah Whittington. And those are your Coors Light halftime stats. I'm Joey Mack, and alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you, Joey Mack. 42-3. Talked to Jorgie about it a moment ago. I said, what's the most points Oregon scored in the first half this year? Jorgie, you tracked it down. This is the most.
By 1. Oregon scored 41 against Oklahoma State at home a little bit earlier this season. So 42 points in the first half. They also had 38 against Montana State to open the season, but this is the one right here, as you said.
Interesting to see. Rutgers has had trouble all year adjusting at halftime. They've been able to keep it at least tied, but not from behind at halftime. But then they couldn't adjust in the second half and play the same kind of football. They've got a lot of adjustments to make tonight.
Yeah, it's like other teams all season long have made the adjustments in the second half and have been able to figure out Rutgers and frankly end up beating them most of the time. And, in their losses, they've either been tied or ahead, but have not played well in the second half. So completely different position here with Oregon leading 42-3.
Kickoff coming from the Ducks. They receive the ball to start the ball game. Here's the kick going high and deep. Fair catch going to be called for about a yard deep near the goal line. And will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon, exceptional in the first half. All phases of the game. Preparation for this game. This week, the intensity. They were anxious to get on the practice field, and every day they wanted to get better, and it shows up. Ethan Kaliakmanis, 6'3", 212, a senior quarterback. He struggled against this Oregon defense so far today or this evening, and here's first down at their own 25. Snap, and going to hand it off. Trying to go up the middle, nothing there. Go outside, nothing there. Wrapped up, they're getting about 3 yards out of it, but Antoine Raymond looked like he was going to get nothing. He had to do all that on his own.
Everybody was stuck in a pile in the middle of that play, and Raymond looked at, do I go up the middle? Do I go right? Do I left? He bounced it out to the right and was able to at least get 3 yards out of it. Looked like there was nothing there, and he might even lose some yardage. So actually a nice run by Raymond.
Several Ducks from the side, from behind, and from the front kind of triangulated and brought him down. Second down and 7. From the 28-yard line. Shotgun again. Trips out to the left. And going to throw out play action. Throws it down. Caught, underthrown, but coming back to get the ball. Or KJ Duffy ended his route and went down and got the ball. I don't know if that was intended to be underthrown, but it was. But it's good enough for the first down. Kelly McManus has done that a couple of times tonight, thrown that ball down low and outside where his receivers got to go down low just to make the grab. 42-yard line, first down. Ife Obadegu out on that side near that last play, and he's right now lined up on KJ Duff. He's motioned Sheffield all the way to the left, hand the ball up the middle, trying to get a little running room, and again, trying to find something develop. Nothing does. He never does go down. He'll get 3 yards again. That's Antoine Raymond. Hard guy to bring down. Ducks stood him up, wouldn't let him go any further, but they never did bring him down.
Didn't really give Raymond anywhere to go, so he just got into the pile and just kind of shoved himself forward for a 3-yard gain. Oregon, again, trying to make Rutgers have to burn clock if they're going to score points, and you know Kelly McManus is going to open it up and throw it here.
2nd down and 7 from his own 45-yard line. 2 receivers out to the right. In motion all the way left, Sheffield. 2 receivers out there now. And this is a roll left to throw. Pressure throws it out of bounds. He was getting heavy pressure from Tatum Tuioti's going to take him down. And I think Kelly McManus was like, okay, I can't square my shoulders up and throw. There's no way I'm just going to, I better launch this ball out of bounds.
And I know he launched that ball out of bounds, but it almost looked like Tuioti still got a hand on his arm to make him have to throw that ball up in the air. So he had a lot of pressure from Tuioti on the play.
3rd down and 7 again at the 40, just short of the 45-yard line, their own. Scarlet Knights trailing big, trips right, 1 receiver alone left, straight drop to throw. Pressure comes, hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Tried to get it to Sheffield, and he got hit hard by Candidate just as the ball got there. Well defended, but I'll tell you what, Kelly McManus had to get rid of that ball again.
And Tuioti going off, holding his right hand or his right arm. He and it looked like Uyunglele met in the backfield when Kelly McManus got ready to throw that ball. They sandwiched him in the backfield. And it looked like maybe Tuioti took the worst of that one.
So punt time. Gary Bryant Jr. deep at his own 10-yard line. His heels right on that 10. And here to punt again, and he's done a pretty good job up there, Jacob Anderson. Good snap. Runs to his right a little bit. Gets it away. Very, very high. Fair catch called again. And taken by Bryant at the 13-yard line. And down helping him was Ife Obadegu trying to block for him. And the guy he was blocking, and Ife went right off the shoulder of Gary Bryant Jr., almost hit him. Gary Bryant Jr. turned and looked at him as if to say, what was that?
I have no idea how you could concentrate to catch that ball back there when guys are just all over the place right in front of you.
Flying at you. Well, Ducks will get it back. First time here in the second half, leading 42-3. As the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers cannot generate much offense, it'll be Oregon ball. First down at their own 13-yard line. We come back to Rutgers in New Jersey. We're on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son?
Welcome back to Rutgers University. Jerry Allen, Jorgie, Dusty here and down below. And Joy Mack up here joining us. You can listen to our broadcast live with no delay in Autzen Stadium. Just head to GoDucks.com/in-venue audio and catch every call in real time as it's happening. Brought to you by Learfield and the Sportsbug Network. Duck football also brought to you by Pepsi. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi. Well, it'll be interesting to see what Oregon does here early in this third quarter. Whether they just keep going, doing what they were doing in rhythm. Big chunks of yardage, explosion plays, and everybody involved. The running game, the passing game, it's all worked for Oregon. As Dan Lanning said when he went off, Dusty Harris said, what do you think about that first half? Coach said, well, we still have to play a second half, pretty much. It's like, so what about the first half? It's like, doesn't mean anything. Here we go. Dante Moore will go with an empty backfield until he brings somebody back with him. And he does. It'll be Davison. Joins him to his right. 3 receivers strung out to the right. And give it to Davison. Busts up the middle in a hurry, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50. Foot race to the 40. Cut it back inside, 30. Inside of the 20-yard line. First down, Oregon. What a run by Jordan Davison. And did I mention he's a freshman?
How about picking up with where you left off in the first half? Holy cow, did he shoot through that hole? A big guy going down the field. Almost beats everybody in the end zone and then cuts back to the inside all the way down to the Rutgers 20-yard line. Huge run on first down there.
Jacob Henderson, the only guy that could get him down. Here's first down at the 20.
67 yards on that run.
Full house backfield with the running back a pistol look behind Dante. Turn and hand it off. Up the middle, there goes Davison again. Inside the 5. How about a touchdown, Oregon? Oh, my, Jordan Davison. And the Ducks are flat rolling.
Jeez Louise, 2 big runs on that drive to open the second half and 2 plays right down the field for a touchdown with an extra point to come to get the 49-3. Jordan Davison, 20 yards on the touchdown run and 67 on the play before. The 87 yards on 2 carries on that drive. Wow.
2 running backs over 100 yards in the same game. Yeah, right on the nose, 100 yards for Davison, and that extra point kick up and good by Hurek, and it is a 49-3 Oregon lead. And this ball game is barely underway in the second half. Got a feeling we're going to see a lot of guys playing in this football game before this one's over. 49-3 Oregon. Kickoff coming from the Ducks when we come back to New Jersey here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When life blindsides you with an injury, you need a team that's tough. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people. This season, we're proud to partner with Oregon Athletics. Because whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, we're both determined to do what it takes to win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Did you know that 77% of people navigating addiction are still showing up every single day, working jobs, raising families, and carrying responsibilities? Addiction touches families, friends, and neighbors, but so does recovery. And here's where you come in. You could be the turning point that helps someone rewrite their story. At Willamette Family, we believe hope grows when it's shared. One flock, one game, one family at a time. Hope is now. Just like the Ducks succeed through teamwork, recovery happens through support. Visit WFTS.org today to learn how you can help change lives. Willamette Family, proud partner of Oregon Athletics.
Oregon.
Pressure, backing up, throws a little short pass.
Rutgers.
It's intercepted. Ball goes back to Oregon.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
11:44 remaining here in this third quarter. And the Ducks don't waste time. Explosion plays, huh?
You think? 6 foot, 236-pound Jordan Davison scooting down the field. 2 plays, 87 yards on the drive in 56 seconds. Davison, the last 20 yards after he took it for the first 67 yards. And into the end zone they go for the touchdown. Hurek extra point, and it's Oregon 49, Rutgers 3 with 11:44 left here in the third quarter. Oregon's last 7 drives minus the end of the first quarter or the end of the first half when they essentially took a knee on the last play. 7 drives, 7 touchdowns. That's how efficient they've been. And that one, a quick one, 2 plays, 87 yards.
We're going to ask Dusty here and our Toyota sideline mic in just a moment. As the kick comes high, and this one will be not returned, fair catch called for. Up in our Country Financial broadcast booth, let's go downstairs to Toyota sideline mic. And I was impressed with Davison's swim move against one of the Scarlet Knights trying to tackle him about the 35-yard line.
Boy, he has been impressive, and to see him continue to improve week to week has been something special over the course of this year, and I'm still in awe that high school kids were trying to tackle him a year ago, he and De'Air Hill. But those 2 runs by Jordan Davison now put the Ducks at 12 plays tonight of 20 yards or more. Impressive offensive showing by Oregon.
Here is the Scarlet Knights first down at their own 25-yard line. Calais McManus snapped his hand it off up the middle. Nice big hole and almost off to the races. Save a tackle. I'll tell you what, Benjamin, who showed some speed tonight, got through there in a hurry, and if it's not for Aaron Flowers, he might score.
Yeah, well blocked play there by Rutgers up the middle for a nice gain on first down all the way out to the 44-yard line. And you're right, Flowers grabs him, or otherwise he's off to the races.
First down at the 44 of Rutgers. Kelly McManus gets the play from the sideline. They do this against Oregon defense, and here's the play. Snap, turn it, hand it off again. Trying to get something upfield, and they'll get another quick, hard 5, almost 6 yards. That's Benjamin again. He is very quick. Once he gets the ball, he likes to go north-south in a hurry. Dylan Williams on the stop.
Yeah, Dylan Williams went with him to the right, to Dylan Williams' right, to the running back's left. So he mirrored him the whole way. Went right, and then had to come back over the left side to make that tackle, but not after a 5-yard gain, almost 6.
Second down and 4, just at midfield. Snap, turn, hand it off again. This is Benjamin. Benjamin's going to get close to a first down. Now they say it was down back at the 48 of Oregon. So it'll be third down and about 2. Keon Gray on the stop for Oregon. Third down play, ready to run it. Hand it off, trying to get something up the middle. No, he kept it. I'm watching Benjamin thinking he's going to get the first down. No, they're going to stop him. And I look down to the right-hand side. Joey Mack saying, no, he kept the ball. Didn't hand it off. Calais McManus gets the first down. Smart 43 of Oregon.
Smart play, because nobody in the world is ever going to think Calais is going to run the ball. And Oregon had everything else shut down. But that's why the play worked so well, because Calais McManus was able to see everybody was going with the tailback, so he takes it back to his right for a first down.
First down at the Duck 43. Trips out to the left. One receiver alone right. The running game really working, and they're going to stick to it. Nope, going to throw it again. Back pressure comes. Down it goes back on the 48-yard line. The sack. Oregon with the sack. Pressure come from Blake Purchase. There were a couple of other Ducks there actually closing that pocket in, and Calais McManus had nowhere to go. Purchased the first Duck. Get to him, but there were 2 other Ducks there.
Yeah, Ashton Porter from the upside. So a couple of extra guys in there right now instead of Uyunglele and Tuioti. And you don't drop off much when you have those guys come in. Keon Gray in the middle playing right now as well.
Loss of 4 yards back to the Oregon 47. Right hash. 2 receivers go out to the left. The very dangerous Duff, big tall receiver out there, and down to the right. Quick throw, almost picked. Eric Johnson went up and had a chance.
Oh, Theron Johnson saw that thing coming all the way.
Stepped right in front.
And his team on the sideline knew it. As soon as that ball came out of the quarterback's hands, they were jumping up and down because Theron Johnson had jumped inside the pattern and was right on top of it.
The receiver was more of the defender on that play.
Yeah, you're right, Jerry. It's exactly what he became, was a defender.
Third down and 14. The Oregon 47. All 3 receivers out to the left. Big, tall guy Duff alone to the right. And Calais McManus back to throw. Steps up, pressure, throws over the middle. Intercepted. It's picked That's a pressure interception. Flowers will come up with the interception, but Callie McManus heavily pressured in the middle, couldn't follow through, and that ball either sailed on him above the receiver intended for, or it came up underneath.
Boy, this Oregon defense really getting after Rutgers right now. And Kelly Akmanis, really just no chance back there as that pocket began to just squeeze around him. He had nowhere, couldn't get his arm up to throw the ball, and Oregon makes him pay with the takeaway.
Kelly Akmanis this year, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 2 more this game, and Oregon will get the break, 49-3. Ducks have the lead, and with the ball back, pretty decent field position when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my hands back and come on now, don't forget to say you will.
Welcome back to our Country Financial broadcast booth. Ducks up big, 49-3, with an opportunity to add more to that. Duck football brought to you by Les Schwab Tire Centers, proud to support Oregon football, where toughness and reliability matter, just like the tires you count on every day.
Safeway scoreboard update. Most of these scores, in fact, all these scores are going to be from the Big Ten Conference right now. Penn State leading Iowa, 14-10. So the Nittany Lions coming back, playing hard, fighting back, and getting after it. UCLA leading Maryland 7-3 at halftime from the Rose Bowl. Notre Dame leading USC. Basically at halftime, 14-10. Ohio State shuts out Wisconsin, who comes to Eugene next week, 34-0 today. Indiana keeps it rolling, 38-13 over Michigan State. And Michigan over the Huskies of Washington, 24-7.
How was that USC Notre Dame game?
Well, I'm going to do a little update.
That's kind of a Big Ten game, but not a Big Ten game.
Yeah.
Which is maybe the last meeting for a while between USC and Notre Dame, which would be
it's now 14-13.
14-13.
Notre Dame
Yep.
leads it.
About a minute and a half left in the first half.
A lot of football to be played. And first down, Oregon shows that empty backfield again with 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And they will bring back in Hill Jr. back to throw. Rolling right, looking downfield, can run. Dante Will, 40, 50, down to 45, 40 the other way. Gets a block downfield and will finally hook down at the 30-yard line. Dante Moore with some wise decisions to take off and run to the right and come all the way back across the field using some blocking downfield.
Boy, the open field we could see from up here, it was, do I go right? Do I go left? Just keep it going forward, and that's exactly what Dante Moore did. Big, big run on first down.
Getting some help from Gary Bryant Jr. blocking downfield, 30-yard line, 31 where they say he slid down. First down at the Rutgers 31 left hash. Pierre Hill in the backfield is going to get the ball. Gets it up the middle in a hurry and will pick up a very quick 6 yards. 6 on the first down carry. Abram Bright, linebacker on the stop. And Oregon is just exerting their will against Rutgers right now.
Are they ever? That was a 35-yard run by Dante Moore. He's fast.
Very.
You know, he's actually fast.
Yeah, he was striding. He was in full stride. Right side, cut across the middle of the field. And it was, is he going to get enough of an opening to go all the way? Ducks send McClellan way out to the right, all alone that way. And here's a handoff. Hill again. Up the middle, cuts it outside. We'll get the first down inside the 20, but a flag comes flying in. A couple of them come flying in very late on the play. So not a dead ball. It was on the play. And they'll most likely take the penalty. Otherwise, it would be a first down. But let's see who it is and what the penalty is.
Well, I got the face mask.
Oh.
Personal foul, grasping and twisting the face mask. Defense, number 16. Half the distance to the goal, automatic. First down.
Dusty Hara, every single thing is going Oregon's way right now. They are in rhythm.
They really are. And right there, you see what a hard run will do. These running backs seeing the hole really well and committing to it right off the get-go puts the pressure on the defense.
Up over 300 yards rushing for the game so far, and there's still 6.5 minutes left there in the third quarter.
Dante Moore with a snap. Going to give it to Hill coming the other way. Trying to get it outside. Got the edge. Speed rush to the corner. Jumps in. A touchdown, but a penalty flag down.
Jay Harris.
Oh, it's Harris. I beg your pardon, Jay Harris, but this one may come back. Oregon walking back as if they know the penalties against them.
Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. First down.
And Dave Luley got called for the holding call. Takes away Harris's touchdown run. He will come out, and Hill will go back in.
Well, on some of these plays, frankly, and again, Iuli, it's who they got on the play. Iuli is who they got, but he's completely behind the play. Really, his penalty, his hold, and again, you could call hold on every single play if you want to, has no impact on the play.
At the 20-yard line. First and goal from the 20-yard line, just inside the 20. Empty backfield for Dante Moore. The snap and back to throw. Quick throw over. Catch made. There was the ball intercepted. Might have been picked. I think it was. It is an interception. And Rutgers, the Scarlet Knights, finally have something go their way. Great coverage. Jordan, I'm not sure where the ball thrown a little behind. Maybe ahead of him. You get a chance to watch the replay.
Result of the play is an interception.
I'm not sure. Gary Bryant Jr. was the intended receiver. Cam Miller, who's the nickelback, just kind of cut in front of him and got that ball, and then it was kind of a struggle to the ground. Miller won the battle, and there's the first pick of the ball game and the first turnover, I think, for Oregon, other than the first fumble early in that first drive. So the Ducks make a mistake. A rare mistake in this football game, and instead of a score, making it 50+. Scarlet Knights get the ball back at their own 15-yard line with 6:43 remaining here in this third quarter. We're out of here and back with more from Rutgers after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
I'm facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got it, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
Hey, Ducks, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Oregon t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Oregon in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
(49-3) back at Rutgers in our Country Financial broadcast booth. One of the rare mistakes that Oregon has made tonight. First one, that fumble early. You can see a great hit. Helmet on the ball, popped it out. This one just, I'm not sure that's a bad decision on the throw. or a route maybe not run correctly, Jorgen. That's what we're talking about up here.
Probably a combination of both, it looked like. The ball led just a little bit too much. Maybe a little bit more of a sharper slant by Gary Bryant also helps out the process. But keep in mind, Oregon had scored a touchdown and got taken off the board because of a holding penalty. So it's too bad there. They had a touchdown, got called for a penalty, got nullified, and then Rutgers makes a nice play there.
First down at the 15-yard line. Shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. To the sideline. Going to change the play call. Plenty of time on the play clock. And a snap. And a hand it off. Up the middle, and there's a good hard run. 3 yards. Looked like more than that for Benjamin. He'll make it 2nd down and 7. Was that Gray on the tackle?
It was.
6:27 remaining third quarter, 49-3 Oregon. And there has not been a lot of passing in the second half for Rutgers. They really tried to run the ball on the Ducks. Trying to keep it away from them, if anything, because Oregon's offense has been so explosive. Here's that handoff again up the middle and tripped. I'm going to say tripped. I'm going to say tackled. Who is it? Gets off the bottom. Got him right around the ankles. Looked like he just got tripped up. But it was a tackle.
Might have been Devin Jackson.
And it was Jackson. Got him around the ankles. When he got around the ankles, his upper body motion was going so hard, he went down like a tree had fallen.
His upper body was going 100 miles an hour, and all of a sudden he just went down. I expected him to break out of that pack and take off to the races, and Devin Jackson brought him down.
Pickup of 2, 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5. Kaliakmanis, snap, wants to throw. Swings it out, dropped. A little behind his intended receiver, which is the tight end Fletcher. Just did not make it catchable at all, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Kaliakmanis has not been sharp tonight. I mean, he hasn't gotten a ton of help from a protection standpoint and everything else that goes with it, but they've just not been able to take advantage of Oregon's defensive backs. It's something they've been used to doing all season long with their big receivers. Oregon's played great defense against those guys and have squeezed the pocket on Kaliakmanis.
Victoria Moore is deep, calls for fair catch, takes it at the Duck 42-yard line. As Moore, the return man that time, and Oregon will have great field position at their own 42. And except for that interception, the fumble early in that interception, Rutgers has not been able to stop Oregon's offense at all. When you look at the total offense for Oregon, 580 to 170 for Rutgers.
Well, Oregon had 7 consecutive touchdown drives up until that interception that Rutgers just got down deep in their own territory, so they were on their way to 8. Back out comes Dante Moore.
Harrison Hill beside him in the backfield. In motion all the way right, Justice Lowe. Going to hand it off to Harris, coming left. Gets the edge a little bit. Nice first down run and pushed out of bounds in front of the Oregon bench across midfield. He'll get a first down on about an 11-yard pickup. That shows some quick speed.
Yeah, tough play to defend, too. One running back crosses in front of Dante Moore, doesn't get the ball. The other one does the exact opposite, heading the other direction. Linebackers just guessing who's going to get the ball back there, and it was Jay Harris. Got to the outside. Nice gain on first down.
46-yard line of Rutgers. 4:47 left here in the third quarter. Salapiaga goes to the right, tight end, 2 receivers left, and a back again each side of Dante. And not going to throw it this time. Hill gets the pass on the outside, lowers his head and keeps fighting. Gets a first down to the 35-yard line. That was a collision. Here, Hill with a short pass out in the flat, and then he did the rest on his own. He didn't go down easy.
And that's a mismatch when you're trying to cover him with an inside linebacker. He got outside with that speed and then also won the head-on collision. Kept it going for the first down to the Rutgers 35-yard line.
Out of the game comes Harris. In goes Davison. So Hill and Davison, the running backs, in now and under center for Dante. Back split behind him. Motion, pitch it to the right. Hill going to go upfield quickly. Gets into the secondary. The 10 to the 5. Hill, touchdown Oregon. Great blocking on the outside. And then Hill with the speed just uses the blocking on the right side.
There's just so much you could do with him. Receiver, running back, that quick pitch gets him outside, and then it's trouble for Rutgers right off the bat.
Well, we got a flag back down at the 28-yard line. So this one may come back. And I'm not sure why Shiano was out on the field talking to the White Hat.
We saw the play as a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 71. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. It is 71's first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
So Hill's touchdown run will stand. And the flag is a post-play flag. So dead ball, if you will.
Got to be smarter than that.
Unsportsmanlike. Harkey. And it is 55-3 with the extra point coming up from Gage Hurrick.
Just got to make better decisions than that out there from a standpoint of, even though you have the big lead, that's the type of thing that can really hurt you.
Kick coming up and good. And listen to the cheer down below. That's all Duck fans. This place is 75% empty. The 25% are Oregon fans. We'll talk to Dusty here when we come back. You can take a look up at those fans and tell us what it looks like. Ducks 56-3 over Rutgers. From our Country Financial broadcast booth, we'll keep it here. Dusty, I'll come down to your Toyota sideline mic. Okay, hear the Go Ducks chant just down below, and I look out, and there's hardly any Rutgers fans here, but there are a lot of Duck fans.
Yeah, right behind the Oregon bench on the near side. If you're watching on TV right now, you're seeing there's a smattering of fans on the far side, but the near side, which you're probably not picking up, it's all Oregon. I mean, it is from goal line to goal line, green and yellow. And they have all kind of congregated from wherever they were sitting to be behind the Oregon bench. And they're getting loud and they're getting rowdy. There's nothing they love to see more than what they see on the scoreboard right now at 56-3.
Yeah, this place is emptied out. I mean, the Rutgers fans obviously not liking what they saw in the first half. And here with 3:42 left in the third quarter, they want no more of it.
Oh, boy. Toyota drive summary for Oregon. 3 plays, 58 yards. De'Aaron Hill, the last 35 on the touchdown run. Hurrick's extra point, and it's Oregon 56. Rutgers 3:42 left here in the third quarter.
Sappington approaches and will foot into the ball. Low line drive. That's going to be a line drive catch at the 18 and return 30, 35, 40. Hit hard at 40, and that's as far as they'll get. That ball didn't get more than 10 yards off the field. It went a line drive. Looked like a hard shot to the shortstop.
And I think on purpose he was doing that, just not with the plan that the deep man would catch it in the air. That's one of those ones where once it hits the ground, it could go a lot of places really quick. But Rutgers fielded it and actually has some pretty good field position here to start the drive at their own 42.
What a return by Ben Black. I don't think that ball hit the ground. It was a line drive, wasn't it?
It was a heck of a catch.
Yeah, it was a great catch. So first down, Rutgers with decent field position at their own 42. Haley McManus, shotgun, turn, hand it off again up the middle. Nice little opening for about 3 or 4. Almost 5 yards to the 47-yard line. It is a pickup of 5, and it'll be second down and 5. That's Raymond again. Raymond has done most of the packing of the ball tonight. Benjamin's had a few carries. Benjamin tonight, 8 carries, 42 yards. Raymond, 10 carries. I think that's 16 carries, 49 yards. Second down and 5. Here's the play called change. Callie McManus, I beg your pardon, hands it off again. And Raymond trying to find room behind that left tackle. His hand on his back and follows him for a couple of yards to the 48.
I think it's pretty amazing is, Kelly McManus and this Rutgers offense coming into this game were throwing for over 300 yards a game, 309. Right now, Kelly McManus has 79 passing yards.
Goes back to throw. Pressure comes, and they will get to him. He's going to go down. That's a sack. Lose a yard. A number of Ducks were in there, but Dylan Williams will get credited with the sack. Not sure if it's going to be all him or if he'll share that. A lot of Ducks.
Oregon's got to watch, actually, to bring it in a punting theme. I thought that Rutgers might keep their offense out there throwing 47, but they're going to punt it away. Guys are having a good time. I mean, we're having a good time too, obviously, but everybody that's on the field, offensively or defensively, I don't care if you're a first-teamer, second or third-teamer, they're playing hard and just having a blast out there right now.
Here's the punt away. And again, fair catch called for. Well, we'll take it at the 13-yard line. So, Dakorian Moore gets a chance to do some returns, but good punter. That's one part of the game that Rutgers is happy with. They haven't allowed much of a return game at all tonight. At all. And the Ducks will get great field position.
Who's out there now? Is that Brock Thomas? No?
And I say great field position. I know it's their own 14-yard line, but when with Oregon's offense is it not great field position tonight? Nope. Brock Thomas in at quarterback. And a whole lot of new bodies in that ball game. Going back is Harris to stand to Thomas's right. Snap, hand it to Harris up the middle, picking his way for about 2, 3, 4 yards. Give him 5. He'll go to the 20. And it'll be second down.
Nice hard run. Roger Saliapaga out there right now. Different offensive line, obviously.
Charlie Pickard snapping the ball now. So new bodies in the ball game, getting some good work. Pistol formation, Harris behind Thomas. And there's movement and maybe offsides unless they were drawn. That's going to be offsides against Rutgers. Several times tonight they tried to anticipate Oregon's call, and they've jumped off. That's the third time.
Offside. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty results to the first down.
Still a minute 17 left here in the third quarter. 56-3. Cooper Perry's going to come to the left side. A couple of yards off the line of scrimmage. In fact, an H-back now. He'll motion. Perry does all the way to the right. Here's a handoff again, and Harris spins and gets across the 27 to the 28. Going to pick up 3 on first down. It'll be second down and 7. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Still a whole quarter of football to go. D'Amico Rogers, Fox Crater, Charlie Pickard, I mentioned in center. Got to pick up those guys, getting some pretty valuable minutes in this football game right now. Janoris Wilson also on that offensive line. Here's a snap. Thomas roll right to throw. Still moving. Will throw. Catch made and close to a first down to Harris. Did he get to the line to gain, or did he go out of bounds a yard early? Looks like a yard early. He'll get to the 34. And we'll bring up third down and about a yard. And most likely the final play of the third quarter. Down to 15 seconds remaining. Ducks will not run another play. We'll have third down and a yard when we come back. And Dusty Hara, I know there's a lot of new bodies in the football game right now, but you just get a sense of feeling that no matter who's in there right now, they've got the momentum, they've got the rhythm, and they believe in themselves. And that's a huge aspect of this game, huh?
No doubt about it. It's been the catalyst that everybody's looking for is how do you bounce back from a loss? And this has been one of dominance. And this Oregon offense especially has led that charge.
Timeout on the field for the break of the third quarter. You can jump and shout and scream all around. At home, they're not going to do that here for us. 56-3. But every reason to shout. Here in Rutgers, New Jersey, as the Ducks with a big lead and the ball, third and a yard when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Is your business craving efficiency? Is it hungry for productivity? Then there's a tech solution you should implement now if you want to crush your KPIs and you also want BLTs or burrito bowls or like bagels. It's called EasyCater, one platform for ordering food from a huge variety of restaurants for all your workplace needs. From falafel for the finance team to lasagna for the luncheon mart, plus tools to help you save time and stay on budget. Ready to nail your deliverables? Order now at easycater.com.
Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby.
Kind of an interesting song to be played here with fireworks going off at the end of the third quarter. Your team's now 56-3, and don't stop believing. Flying out of the speakers right now. That's kind of a stretch. It is 1 quarter to go and down by 53. I don't know if I replayed that song. Duck football brought to you by Nature Made to care for fans on game day and every day. The official vitamin and supplement of Oregon football. Dusty Hara, quit dancing. I can see you from up here. It's not pretty.
Yeah, it's not good, but you know what? I'm still going to do it. Journey makes me dance every time.
But Dusty, don't you reach out to your game manager and say, hey, don't play this song? I mean, don't you have to communicate that to whoever's in charge to say, listen, not tonight?
I think that this is their fourth quarter tradition that they do here.
Okay.
Very similar to Shout. And the Believe is for Eric LeGrand, the player paralyzed in while playing, and the EL in Believe is in black, while the rest of the letters are white in honor of him, who's in the stadium here tonight.
Yeah, he's here tonight. I saw him actually up here in the press box. That was him, Jerry. He absolutely was.
Gosh,
So,
I wish I would have known.
well, he's not enjoying what's going on tonight, but he's got to enjoy that song and what it means.
Third down and a yard. Under center, Thomas. Turn, keeps it. Play action to throw. Throws it downfield, caught. Could it be a score? Oh, no, who's breaking free is McClellan. Thought for a moment he was going to pull out of an ankle tackle and be gone. Nice throw by Thomas.
How about the throw by Brock Thomas? I mean, that was right in stride to the receiver. I mean, it was just right on the money. Was that McClellan?
It was
that
McClellan.
Field? Okay, McClellan. Yeah, I thought that was McClellan. And if he breaks that little shoestring tackle there, he's off to the races. So nice throw by Brock Thomas, right on the money. And play action fake is what really set it up.
Under center again for Thomas on first down at the 31. And Harris, I think, in the backfield. It is. He'll get the ball, cut it back up. Gets hit hard at the 30. He had a cutback lane, and it closed in a hurry.
Boy, he came to a quick stop, didn't he?
That was Jordan Walker, I think, who hit him. Walker had a little help getting up if it was indeed him. We'll get a chance to watch replay. I thought there was an alley there.
Yeah, the way he cut that thing back, it looked like everybody had overrun it, but yes, number one, it looked like.
It was Walker.
Doug Blue.
Jordan Walker, I believe, number one.
Oh, yeah, number one. Yep, absolutely.
He hit him hard. Picked up a yard, 2nd and 9. Back to throw Thomas. Ball is kind of tipped maybe at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, trying to get it to Cooper Perry, and somebody on the line might have been Walker again who got his hand up and just tipped that ball. How exciting. I mean, Sheldon High School, you play right there in the backyard of the Oregon Ducks, and now you're not in the backyard of the Oregon Ducks, you're in their front yard.
Pretty neat stuff.
That's cool. 3 receivers go left, now 1 coming back right. That's low. And Brock Thomas from the shotgun on 3rd and 9. Snap and back to throw. Swings the inside route. Perry with the grab. Gets hit immediately, so he'll be short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and about 4, almost 5. And the Ducks will bring the field goal team on. And Gage Hurick will be called upon. 56-3. Just underway in the 4th quarter here in New Jersey. Piscataway, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. I mean, they're right next to each other. Newark, more of the city. Piscataway is almost one of the bedroom cities or next to it. I should talk to Steve Cannon. He probably knows a lot more about this than I do. 4th down, field goal try off the 34, a 44-yard try. Good snap, place good, kick up, plenty long enough, and he missed it to the left. Missed it to the left.
Hit it good, but just pulled it left.
So Rutgers will get away without giving up a score. And with 12:43 remaining in this fourth quarter, Scarlet Knights will get it back, trailing 56-3 here at SHI Stadium. We're on the Oregon Sports Network from there.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
Ducks.
Oregon goes in a hurry. It's up the middle. Drives 2-1.
Scarlet Knights.
Touchdown, Ducks.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Nick Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Duck football brought to you tonight by Kohl's. With back-to-school styles that'll spoil them at prices that'll spoil you. From jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. What a performance by this Oregon football team tonight. Not unexpected all the way. Dusty Harrer, Toyota sideline Mike. I mean, you just had a sense that Oregon was going to be able to play their game again against Rutgers, but not so definitively on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, locked in was kind of the theme that everybody was talking about throughout this week of practice. But to see it translate from really the opening drive in the opening series, that it did result in a fumble on the opening drive, but with the ease that they were moving the ball, it was a really locked-in performance by this offense. And to have it continue when the starters go out and the backups come in, that's been the impressive part.
At the 27-yard line, 26 first down, turn, and, well, that mesh finally handed it off. That mesh is between the quarterback and the running back. And, Jorge, that may be one of your X's and O's maybe right now. I'm talking about a mesh. What is a mesh?
A mesh is when that quarterback puts it in basically to the stomach of the running back, and there's a mesh point right there where you're either going to pull it back out as a quarterback or you're going to leave it in the tummy of the running back. But that mesh point is where that ball is in there, and there's a whole bunch of hands on it, and it just depends on who's going to pull it back out and keep the ball for the run.
A.J. Serace in at quarterback now. Not surprised to see a different guy in there for Rutgers. He's going to hand this off again, and that's stuffed. Benjamin stuffed. And the Ducks just not giving up anything now defensively. And Rutgers has got to be frustrated. I mean, maybe that's not a big enough word, but they got to be frustrated.
Frustrated and to the point where you just want to get out of here tonight. You know, when you're trailing 56-3 and thought you were going to be competitive and have been competitive most of the time this season, tonight's been a little bit of an embarrassment for homecoming here at home for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, they have not trailed at half all year, at least tied, if not leading. Tonight's been terrible, and there's another. Just Benjamin can't get out of the backfield. So fourth down, Rutgers going backwards on offense will kick it away. And the Ducks will get it back again with still 11-10 remaining in this fourth quarter.
I mean, that didn't go anywhere. 3 plays in a row, and the result was almost the exact same on each and every play with Oregon's defense. Tackle for loss after tackle for loss after tackle for loss.
And punt away. Very high. Corey calls for the fair catch. Fumble the ball. And it is Rutgers' ball. DeCorian Moore called for the fair catch. It went right through his arms to the turf, and Rutgers right there to recover it.
Just didn't catch it cleanly. Had 2 or 3 Rutgers guys coming down in and around him, and he fair caught the ball.
But in the field that the kick was touched by the receiver, recovered by the kicking team. First down, Rutgers.
It just did not catch it cleanly. And again, it's one of those ones where this is the point in the game where you want a guy like Decorian Moore in there. Got to get your experience because eventually Gary Bryant's not going to be here, and next man up is going to be Decorian Moore. And frankly, he's probably the most dangerous punt returner that Oregon has, but also a little bit unpredictable because he's young.
Ball went right through his hands to the turf and stayed right at his feet. And Rutgers was there. Here's the snap. And the handoff. Benjamin trying to get it inside. Goes for about 6 or 7. Wanted to go up the middle. Nothing there. Bounced it outside.
Oregon had a lot of defenders trapped in that pile in the middle, and they couldn't get out of the pile to make a play on Benjamin as he broke that out to his right for an 8-yard gain. Other defenders out there to make the play, but it was a nice play by Benjamin just to notice he can't go up the middle. He's got to bounce it outside if he's going to get anything.
2nd down and 2. Surace, the quarterback. A.J. Surace. He's a senior. Gets a snap, hands it off again. There's a first down run. Benjamin inside the 20, about the 18-yard line. And the Ducks would love, even with a big lead, Georgie, you just don't want to give up a touchdown.
No, you just don't want to turn the ball over either. That's the 3rd turnover by Oregon's, by 2 by the offense, and then on that punt return. So 3 turnovers tonight by Oregon. Not what you want to see.
First down at the 18 to the Ducks right hash. 2 receivers come out to the left. 1 alone to the right. That's Black out there by himself. And the snap. And hand it off again. Looking for room up the middle. This time not much there. Maybe 3. Give him 4. They'll get it inside the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 9:23. Clock continuing to move. 56-3 Oregon. And the Ducks really wanted to make a statement tonight that last week was not the way they played football. Indiana, give them credit. They were that good. But the Ducks were not sharp. Tonight they have been sharp. 2nd down and 6. The Duck 14. Surace, senior quarterback in relief. Snap. Turned and handed off again. And again, Benjamin right up the middle. This time going to get about 3. 2. We'll go to the 12-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Well, Surace hasn't even thought about pulling that ball back out and running with it, has he? He's given it every single time, and maybe that's what they're trying to do to put Oregon asleep here and hopefully score a touchdown tonight. 56-3 Oregon. 8:27 left in this game, and Rutgers trying to put a touchdown on the board.
3rd down and 4. 2-down territory. They're not going to kick a field goal here, I would not think. Surace up to make the play call. Benjamin to his left out of the shotgun. Snap and give it to him again. Runs right, hard right. Going to be very near that first down marker. Needed to get it to about the 8. Didn't quite get there. It's going to be 4th down and short. 4th down and short. Yeah, they're not going to kick a field goal. They're gonna say, we're going to bully you. We're going to get this ball in one way. Get a first down at least. Surace looks to the side.
Is this when he pulls it back out?
Wants the snap. Got it. Hands it off. Benjamin up the middle will get the first down. Needed a yard. Got a couple. 1st and goal. 7:28 remaining.
Looking for some sort of moral victory here if you're the Scarlet Knights. And there wasn't going to be any moral victories tonight if Oregon doesn't mishandle the punt and give Rutgers great field position to start this drive, where they're trying to use that short field to get a touchdown on the board and at least close this thing from 56-3 to 56-10 if they can.
Surace, Benjamin again to his left. Benjamin has been the running back in the entire 4th quarter so far. Here's the first pass. Swing the back shoulder throw, end zone. I think he was out of the end zone. Nope, no catch. Ball thrown just a little too far. It was caught, but it was out of the end zone. And it'll come back and be 2nd down and goal.
And Naeem offered out there good position. Had leverage on the receiver and was able to back him into that back corner. So if the receiver's going to catch it, he's going to be out of bounds.
2nd and goal, just inside the 8-yard line. It's only the 8th pass that Sorace has thrown this year. Benjamin to his left. Shotgun snap to throw again. Looks over the middle. Throws, and it was incomplete. I thought he caught it. He did not. Tried to get it to Ben Black. A slant from the left. Why he was out to the left. Kind of a post. Very short. Call that a short post?
Skinny post.
Oh, he's only about 8 yards from the end zone. That's pretty skinny.
That's skinny.
I call that a short post.
Way to get that ball out of there if you're Oregon. In particular, Laulea gets his hand in there and strips that ball out.
3rd and goal. Look to the sideline. Going to change the play. 3rd and goal from the 8. Sorace just got the play off. In fact, he did not. Was it a penalty or did Oregon call timeout? Ducks called timeout. So 1 second on the play clock. And head coach Dan Lanning saw something that his defense was lined up like. He didn't like it. He said, let's call a timeout.
He wants a victory down here.
He wants a shutout. Touchdown loss. 56-3. Timeout. Back in our Country Financial broadcast booth after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Summer Buck, a Navy veteran, female combat veteran, and proud Native American. Summer is a driving force for positive change in her community. She leads 2 nonprofits, writes grants for other organizations, and trains both nonprofit leaders and board members to succeed. Passionate about youth programs, she is launching a multi-million-dollar community center that will create lasting impact through strong partnerships. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Summer Buck.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart in
Oregon. 56-3. Oregon with the lead, trying to pitch a touchdown shutout. They've given up a field goal, but that's it. Duck football brought to you by Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose chill, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. And by Kohl's, the back-to-school styles that'll spoil them at prices that'll spoil you. From jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Well, next week for Rutgers, they go to Purdue. Oregon will go back home and host the Grateful Dead.
Coming to town. Okay, they're not.
Well, they're not. We'll celebrate them, though, as Wisconsin comes to town.
I am so ready for all of your stories about being at Autzen Stadium.
I have to get Pat Conrad, who is a former equipment manager for Oregon, to come in and talk about the Grateful Dead concerts. He would be all time. I got some stories, but I can't tell them.
I don't know. I've never been to I knew of them, but at the same time, never been to anything associated with that. Isn't that funny? You guys growing up on the east side of the state, obviously the Grateful Dead didn't show up in Ontario very often. So
trips left on 3rd down and goal. It should be 4th down at top, but it's 3rd and goal. Under center, no. Making a play call. Sorace from the shotgun again. Benjamin to his right. Back. Hand it off. Up the middle. There's a hole. There's a touchdown. Jay-Sean Benjamin. Big hole up the middle. And they kind of got Oregon, I think, looking for a pass.
In a 3rd and long situation like that, down inside the 10, you would think, okay, if you're Oregon, you want them to run it, but you're expecting pass. And that's what it looked like, Jerry. I agree with you. It looked like Oregon a little bit softer in relation to the defense they were playing, expecting something down the field. So what do? You just hand it off and have a big hole right up the middle to be able to run in for the touchdown.
And Dusty Harrop It was interesting because it was after an Oregon timeout because they thought they might be misaligned for that third down play.
Yeah, that's right. You call the timeout, and then they run back against the grain, trips formation to the near side, and they went right back against it. That cannon scared me and the field judge.
Your voice does sound a little.
I'm rattled by that. I'm down here right next to it. Jeez, me and the field judge, we almost had a heart attack down here. We weren't expecting that. It's been a long time since they scored.
I thought it was just me. I'm glad Dusty had that reaction.
We need to take a break. We'll be back. I didn't see. I wish I could have seen that from up here. 56-10. We all need a timeout. We'll be back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Hello, is this Pacific Source Health Plans?
This is a health plan.
I'm trying to reach Pacific Source. I know I'll get a person on the phone when I call them.
What do you think I am?
I mean, you sound like a person.
That's what counts.
Automated systems can do a lot, even sound a lot like people. What automated systems can't do is offer the quality our members rely on, empathy. When you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll talk to a person who cares.
What did you say your name was?
Next to 9,000.
Welcome back to Rutgers University with our Country Financial broadcast booth. And Dusty Hara is headed for the locker room and down below. I mean, the cannon was really loud up here, and we're like 100 yards from it. Dusty,
I was
not only you, but several of the people down there about left the building.
There's two cameramen that fell over, and I literally had walked right by it about 3 minutes before that to go in the back of the end zone. And my goodness, when that thing went off, it just rattled me.
Oh, I feel for you. The cannon at Cal used to do that to us, too.
That one's a little bit further away.
Yeah, that one is. That is. Here's the kickoff. Going to go high and deep. Will not come out. So it'll be the 25-yard line. Duck fans, what's the best part of being a Duck game? Live, seeing an entire stadium completely decked out in yellow and gray. So let your true colors show. Score tickets today at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Oregon Ducks.
Toyota drive summary for Rutgers. 9 plays, 30 yards after the Oregon buffed punt, and they recovered it at the 30. Went 30 yards in 9 plays. 4:07 is what it took off the clock. Benjamin 7-yard touchdown run, and Patel's extra point. Oregon 56, Rutgers 10, 6:40 left here in the game.
From the shotgun, two running backs beside Thomas. Going to hand it off and spinning and trying to find something to get free, and nothing there at all. And Dejon Riggs gets, beg your pardon, gets, I think, at the 22-yard line. I wish I had the nicknames of all the guys on this football team because they've all got nicknames.
Well, Jordan Davison back in the game. Looked like Zach Grace was in there for a little bit. Zach Grace out, Jordan Davison in. But the timing of that play was just a little bit off. Oregon's run it a couple of times in this game. This is probably a group that hasn't run it a whole lot.
Get him a full house backfield with a quarterback being in shotgun and a running back behind him in the pistol. And getting the handoff, think again, are Riggs running right. Nice cut back across the 30 all the way to the 33-yard line. So he gets a lot of that lost yardage back. And we'll take it to about 2 yards short of the first down. Need to get it to the 35. He got it to the 32 and a half. 5:40. Still a lot of time left in this football game. And everybody on the field for Oregon right now wants to say, hey, look what we can do too. They do this in practice every day. They mix, they match. So when they get a chance to be on the field, it's get me the ball. Thomas again from that shotgun. Riggs will go set up behind him in a pistol, running back each way, left and right. And keeps Brock Thomas going right. Thomas, big run across the 45, almost to the 50. How about that run? Kept it, put it right in the gut, pulled it out. Nobody knew where it was.
And he's got some pretty good speed, too. I mean, that's what's fun about seeing and watching Brock Thomas do this. He's a really good athlete. And for him to be able to come out and make plays like this, everybody goes after Riggs. He just pulled that thing right back out. Easy first down all the way to the 48-yard line.
Joey Mack, we see him do it in practice, though. I mean, they do. All these guys do the same thing.
We do.
So not surprising. 48-yard line, first down. Thomas shotgun, running back to his left, handed off. And it'll be Riggs again inside the 50 this time. Nice 4-yard pickup where they place that ball. Dink. For those who don't understand or don't realize, Joey Mack is behind me, and he's my spotter. And so I've got him on my ear helping me out with the tackles and everything.
And I just,
Dejon Riggs.
Everyone calls him Dink.
Everybody calls him Dink. That's why
Riggs.
I said we knew
Riggs.
all of those nicknames.
Yeah.
Nobody would know who we were talking about. Under 4 minutes to go. Pickup was 4. Second down and 6. Inside the 48 of Rutgers. Decorian Moore comes out wide to the right. Shotgun, Thomas. Gonna hand it off again. And there goes Dink again. Bounces off somebody inside the 40. Nice cutback. Went right and cut back inside the 45 and got it inside the 40 to the 38.
Oregon now well over 700 total yards of offense right now, 721 for the game. So may not be able to get to the school record, but they're not very far away either right now at 721. But look at the balance. 335 yards passing, 386 on the ground. So Oregon closing in on 400 rushing yards for this game.
Last run by Riggs, a first down run to the 38. Cooper Perry goes way out to the left. Riggs inside of him as a wide receiver. And the handoff this time up the middle. Harris, I believe, and he'll go inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, maybe the 27 before he stops. They'll say he's down at the 29.
Love seeing these guys play hard like they are right now. You know, I mean, this is physical football, really. I mean, other than the Brock Thomas read, which was physical football, but he pulled it back out and went down the sideline for a big chunk of yards to the 48-yard line here a little while ago. This offensive line's really moving people.
Matthew Bedford and Kavika Rogers on the right side that time are the ones that led him down and opened up that big run of 8 yards. Second down and 2, just inside the 30. Clock at 2:20. And give it to Riggs again. Picks his hole, goes into the middle, cuts it outside at the 20, inside of the 15, a runner to the 16-yard line and out of bounds there. Nice cut.
It was quick cut. And bounce to the outside. Boy, Oregon just really moving the ball down the field. 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout, 56-10. And just
impressive. And it's all on the ground, too. All on the ground.
Nice big run by Brock Thomas in that drive down the field. They'll have it inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. First down when we come back from the break from our Country Financial broadcast booth here in New Jersey. Looking forward to getting on a plane, long ride home. Hopefully maybe a little shower activity when we fly in and keep that fog away and get up and enjoy a Sunday and good memories of a football game from a week ago when they weren't such good memories. What a way to get back on track. 56-10. Go and come back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Summer Buck, a Navy veteran, female combat veteran, and proud Native American. Summer is a driving force for positive change in her community. She leads 2 nonprofits, writes grants for other organizations, and trains both nonprofit leaders and board members to succeed. Passionate about youth programs, she is launching a multi-million-dollar community center that will create lasting impact through strong partnerships. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Summer Buck.
Hello, is this Pacific Source Health Plans?
This is a health plan.
I'm trying to reach Pacific Source. I know I'll get a person on the phone when I call them.
What do you think I am?
I mean, you sound like a person.
That's what counts.
Automated systems can do a lot, even sound a lot like people. What automated systems can't do is offer the quality our members rely on: empathy. When you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll talk to a person who cares.
What did you say your name was?
Nexa 9000.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now, don't forget to say you will.
Welcome back to Piscataway, New Jersey. We'll be jumping on a bus after this, heading to Newark, flying out, and home around 4 in the morning. These guys will go to the doctor tomorrow, and Dusty Hara, when they go to the doctor, it doesn't mean off of a loss like last week. It's after a win, too, because they have things in this game they'll want to correct.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing, is that any team that is striving for greatness is always going to find those things that you need to work on. And sometimes, we said this at the beginning of the year, it may get nitpicky, and today may be one of those days. But obviously one thing that is going to be highlighted is the turnovers, and those in a big game, in a key situation, those are the ones that can really hurt you. Tonight, they've responded at every turn when one of those happened, but that's going to be one thing that you can't clean up. Outside of that, this team has been absolutely outstanding. What a rebound, and what a way to answer the call when it came your way.
That's how you flush the previous week, right here.
Yeah,
No doubt
exactly
about it. Exactly how you do it.
First down, 16-yard line, right hash, 2-minute timeout just finishing. As the Ducks spread out, Cooper Perry goes way out to his right. And Brock Thomas from that shotgun. Harris to his left. Turn, handed to Harris. Harris trying to cut it outside, now up across the 15 to about the 14-yard line.
Best thing that probably could have happened for Rutgers defense was that 2-minute timeout, because Oregon was just rolling run play after run play after run play, and a tired Rutgers defense got a break there. So on first down, able to hold Harris to a short gain. Oregon just going all ground game right now, but they were moving it in chunks down the field. I know they'd love to punch one in.
Oh, yeah. Good to see Brady Bidwell in the ball game, number 89. He's going to be in tight, everybody in tight for Oregon, and they're going to go safe offense now and not run another play other than take a knee. Thomas will take a knee, and they'll do that maybe one more time with down to 1:07 remaining, and 56-10 is going to be your final. No doubt in my mind, Jorgie, if they'd have wanted to, they would have punched this in. They were just moving that well.
Probably a lot of guys down there on the field right now would have loved to have done that.
They would have.
You know, it's the way you do things. Do things with class, end the game the right way, and 56-10, there's no need to try to pound that thing in there right now. You pounded it down the field, and that said enough.
40 seconds. They'll take the snap under this, and that will be at the last play. Was that Bidwell? Brady Bidwell just did a backflip. He was the safety back about 10 yards behind the quarterback. He just did a backflip. That's a big guy doing a backflip. I don't think Josh could do that.
No,
I never saw Josh Bidwell do a backflip.
No, I don't want to see him try either.
Final